I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, dack, ack.
Enter, brother.
Yes, sir. Come on in. My goodness gracious. And with that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4.
Thank you, LeBron.
Not 5.
Thank
not
you,
6,
LeBron. Yes.
Not 7.
No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, live,
We'll do it live
on YouTube.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Do it.
That's right. Do it. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the odd couple. Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington on this Trash Talking Tuesday. Woo-hoo! That's right. Your chance to trash anyone.
Wowsy, woo, woo.
Anything in the world of sports, and we will not, N-O-T, interrupt you. Yes. And you'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet. At least when people are still awake. Sorry, Ben. I get it. All right. Write it down. Commit it to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen and people who just can't figure out the letters and the numbers.
It's not trigonometry.
It's 877-996-6369. And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in and have a problem with what we say to you, tough because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
That's right. With that said, always remember...
The couple was filmed in front of a live audience. Sweetie Beanie, yeah.
That's right. Let's go. Big show. Man, a lot of stuff to get to. And I'm excited because Alex has a new intro.
Oh, yeah.
A new drop for his introduction. Rob G doesn't know about it.
Nope.
Elijah doesn't know about it.
Who?
Steve DeSager doesn't know about it. Nobody
Steve.
knows about it. There you go. Yes, but I will say, let me. I've been moving all day, man, and my back, not good. My back is.
You know what you need for that, Rob?
What's that?
Just one pill. A leaf can make you feel better.
There you go. I do need a leaf today. I do, because my back, man, I was trying to not do the heavy lifting, but, you know, when you're 75.
You moving too much stuff right now, Rob?
Exactly, yes. The downsizing in my life has started.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's all good. All good. All right, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew on this Trash Talking Tuesday, because we wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without him. Rob G is our producer. Bud Mexican is. That's right. Alex is our engineer.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
I love that. Oh, my God. One more time, Alex.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
That's my favorite movie of all time.
And, of course, guess what? Rob G's already hating.
Why?
He's just a hater.
What's wrong with it?
He says it's too long.
One more time.
I think so, too. Hold on.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
I love that. Steve DeSager is at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program.
Hey, Steve.
And, of course,
never heard of him.
Elijah.
Never heard of him.
Elijah
never heard of
is
him.
Our social media guru. Don't forget, Trash Talking Tuesday will kick off in hour number 2. But first, let's jump in. Rob G, we have big NBA news today that we're going to digest to get started here on the Odd Couple.
Yeah, it is news, but I can't say it's breaking news because we all kind of saw this one coming for the last couple of weeks. The Dallas Mavericks have officially parted ways with embattled general manager Nico Harrison 9 months after he upended the franchise by trading away all-world point guard Luka Doncic for a package including Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis famously has only played 14 of 46 possible games since the trade. The team has started out there the second worst record in the Western Conference, and ownership couldn't take it anymore. So Nico Harrison is out in Dallas.
All right, and you know what? I get it. When you're down, losing 3-11 to start, right? People want blood. Fans aren't happy. I get all that. But I'm going to tell you this. You guys can say whatever you want. Have your party. Have your parade. Because Nico's gotten run out of Dallas. Do all that. Pump your chest. It's about time. This was the same general manager that led his team to the NBA Finals in 2024. Right? Not 9 years ago. I get it. He is being used as a scapegoat. He traded Luka Doncic not because he wanted to trade him. It's because ownership didn't want to pay him. Did you hear me? It wasn't because he wanted to trade him. It was because ownership didn't want to pay him. Those are the facts. Let me give you some other facts why this is a scapegoat move. It ain't like he's got his team together. The one that he put together, if he had that team together and they were 3-11, by all means. AD's hurt. Kyrie's hurt. Cooper Flag, unimpressive so far, out of position, not playing well. The number 1 overall pick, he's the be-all, end-all vanilla ice cream that we can't resist. No. None of it has worked out. But they aren't bad because they're healthy and they're all together and they just haven't played well. None of that is the case. And if you're going to do that, Jason Kidd should be on a rail on his way out as well. Oh, wait a minute. You can look at Jason Kidd and say, well, of course. Because the team's not healthy, so Jason Kidd doesn't have to go anywhere. Is that how it works? But the general manager who got you talent, you can say all you want. All you NBA fans, ask your team and your general managers, when was the last time they went to the NBA Finals? I'll wait, because it's been a long time. So I have an issue with the idea, if this was a team with Kyrie, with AD, with the overall number 1 pick, and he was lights out and all this other stuff was happening, they wouldn't be 3-11. And I get it. It's real simple. Sports has a short menu. Fans look at 3-11. They're not happy. You got to do something. You just gave Jason Kidd a new contract, didn't you? So, of course, Nico is going to be the fall guy.
Man, ain't nobody trying to hear nothing you talking about right now. Because none of this is new, Rob. We knew going into the trade that Anthony Davis was a liability because he was always injured, which works when you have a team like LeBron and some other pieces. You say, okay. But when he's going to be your focal point, tied in with your other focal point, Kyrie Irving, who's always injured, that was the problem. That's what I was yelling at you during those weeks of the trade.
Who traded him? Ownership or him?
Absolutely
who
ownership.
Made the trade?
Ownership.
Okay, that's what that. So I just want to get that on the table.
Well, that was going to go there.
You can react now.
He is absolutely the fall guy. He is absolutely the scapegoat.
He didn't trade Luka because he didn't want to pay him.
You cannot trade Luka with. It's not like he's a middling guy that you didn't know was going to all of a sudden become a star. You didn't trade. Say it was Austin Reeves 3 years ago and then became a star. Oh, we didn't see that coming. You can't trade Luka Doncic without the sign-off of the ownership. And the ownership listened to him. They at least allegedly that he brought it up. He pitched it. They didn't want to sign him for all the max money because they believe he was injury prone and he wasn't going to get in shape. Well, that's also part of the problem, Rob, is that they're 3-11 and the Lakers are like the opposite of that. Luka's played great. could say he's the leading candidate for MVP right now, averaging like 30-something, almost 40 a game.
10 games in? Okay.
Yeah, and so that's also part of the problem is that the Lakers look great right now without LeBron. And Luka looks spectacular.
That has nothing to do with Dallas.
That absolutely plays a role. If he was out of shape, heavy, and playing terribly, then people could say there's a problem.
They know he's a good player. The idea that you think that they're like, oh, my God, Luka's great. He was a 5-time first All-NBA. So you
No. You left out the key part.
You're acting like
he is in shape.
No, but he already was there without shape.
That's
he was
the
already
point.
there.
And now he's in shape. So why wouldn't he get in shape for you?
Because he never
Dallas?
would. Because he never would, and because he wouldn't allow them to know what he was doing when he was
being a Laker
hurt.
for a handful of months, all of a sudden he's in the best shape of his life.
He wanted the money.
He's in the best shape of his life now.
And they got a needle now that you can look. I'm just assuming that you
so
can.
Now,
all of a sudden,
So now a pro athlete can't work out?
Money. No.
Now a pro athlete can't get in shape. Now the pro athlete got to be jabbing himself? Stop it. Luka Doncic.
Would you be shocked if he's on that?
Yes. Him specifically, yes. Me, you, Rob G, somebody know. Yes.
One of the greatest tennis players of all time does advertising.
She ain't playing tennis right now.
No, but my point
That's the point. She ain't in tennis shape.
When everybody looked at him and showed all those sloppy pictures of him and talked about his weight,
I can't believe you're just trying to say literally one of the greatest athletes in the world in his prime, 26, 7 years old, has to be jabbing himself. Stop it.
He looked like at 25, he looked 35. That was the issue.
Now,
that's why he didn't get the max contract that he should have got in Dallas.
I agree that Nico is a scapegoat because, again, even if he pitched or suggested it, they have to sign off on trading a generational franchise player.
They could have just said, no, you're not trading.
100%. So I agree with that.
They didn't want to pay him.
Nico is going to land some cushy job. This is all. He's going to get something. The NBA, the Dallas, look, just go away so we can make this thing a thing, and you're going to be part of the Olympic basketball committee team or some cushy job up in New York or Sarasota or wherever they are, and you'll come get some job there. I don't know where they at. Where's the headquarters? Saucus? Somewhere. Wherever the headquarters of the NBA is.
It's in Manhattan, but the TV deal is in Secaucus.
Yeah, Secaucus. That's what I'm talking about.
TV entertainment.
He gonna be up in Secaucus somewhere.
The office is in Manhattan.
Yeah. But back to this, to me was so inevitable, and I didn't expect him necessarily to be 3-11. But the point is, my whole point, honestly, Rob, was Kyrie is in his mid-30s and often injured. A spectacular player, but always injured. You traded him,
Did the
but
Lakers
you knew he
win a
was injured.
championship with Anthony Davis?
Yeah.
Okay.
5-6 years ago.
But I'm just asking, he was injured before he came to L.A.
And you had the last peak bit of LeBron.
No, but I'm asking you, he was not injured during that. He played out without Anthony Davis.
Without a doubt.
They wouldn't even win a
the game winner. I agree.
They wouldn't even win a championship.
But, Rob, he's always injured now, especially he's even 6 years older than Luka. So that was my point. If they traded Luka for SGA, I would have said, all right, didn't see that coming, but I can get it. And Edwards. Oh, I didn't see. Okay. Giannis. Jokic. It's that they traded him for 6 years older than injury to pair with another injury guy and to pair with a 72-year-old Klay Thompson. None of it made sense from the jump. That was always my issue, was that if you felt he needed to go, you didn't get the best for him. You didn't get even Austin Reeves where you say, at least we got AD and Austin Reeves. We got something going. They didn't get anything. And then you brought Jay Kidd and the idea that Jason Kidd would say, well, I think Cooper Flag should be a point guard. Jason Kidd, are you kidding me? You're one of the greatest point guards ever. You know what a point guard looks like. Cooper Flag is not going to be a point guard. Get a rebound and go every now and again? Sure. But a point guard, so this just looks bad. I knew I was never in on this. Look at that front court. They had the best front court. Who's giving the ball to the front court people?
It's easy to say that when people are injured.
I said it beforehand, and you see it next to me.
All I'm saying is this was never put together or never got a chance. It's like the Brooklyn thing. You could say whatever, it didn't work. Yeah, of course, because they played a total of 16 games together.
I'll give you that because you had COVID and weirdness going on.
Yeah,
I can concede that.
The idea of it isn't like it was the worst thing in the world. And even without two of the three players, KD's foot on the line almost got them to the Eastern Conference Final. Like he made the shot, and then, oh, wait a minute, his foot's on the line. Like, that's how close it was without Kyrie and with an injured James Harden. It was incredible. But
this
anyway,
ain't that though,
my
man.
point
How
is,
y'all didn't see like this?
He's the scapegoat, and you could go all you want. Cooper Flag hasn't been as advertised, and is playing out of position.
Klay is done,
and Klay is done. We knew that when he signed there.
Right.
And then you got the other two guys who were supposed to be a part of this who were hurt. So when you start out 3-11,
you
people
don't
want
think
blood.
They're always hurt.
They didn't go.
You don't think?
But they didn't go to the finals. That wasn't 10 years ago. That's
But
what
you're right. It was 2023 when they went to the finals. Oh, I'm talking about the Mavericks. You got rid of the guy that dragged you to the Western Conference Finals, then the finals.
Where did the Lakers go when they got that guy last year? Where'd they go?
He just got there.
No. What does that have to do with it? He went to the finals the year
got
before.
there.
What happened last
Let
year?
him get a whole season.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Let him get a whole season.
Yeah, I figured you would forget about that last year when everybody told me, including you.
Let him get a whole season.
Who would you take over LeBron
Let's get him
and
in shape.
Luka? Who would you take over LeBron and Luka? Okay.
Luke, I'll tell you who. Luka and Austin Reeves.
Yeah, okay. Did the Mavericks make Nico Harrison the fall guy for everything that's gone wrong in Dallas? We'll continue that conversation next with you. 877-99 on Fox. It is a Trash Talking Tuesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you look at mighty fine like Kelvin Washington in the US of A.
That made me blush.
There was big news you could use in the NFL when this afternoon, not to my surprise, someone lost their gig, Rob G.
Yeah, Rob, you're never wrong. You're just early. That's what I figured out.
Always.
This kind of stuff.
Hey, I was early on this one.
2 weeks after Rob Parker demanded that he be fired, the New York Football Giants have decided to cut ties with head coach Brian Daboll. 1 day after they blew a 10-point lead in the last 4 minutes of a game for the second time this season. All right, they've now blown 4 games when leading by double digit this season. They have lost 11 straight road games. It was all bad for Brian Daboll. And that's not the only reason. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Jackson Dart, prized rookie quarterback, first-round draft pick. He looks very, very good. Everyone's very excited about him. Entered into the concussion protocol for the 4th time already this season.
In 6
and
games?
he was officially diagnosed with a concussion. We'll see if he plays this week.
All right.
But that is the big story. Brian Daboll out in New York.
Yeah.
Kerry, I called for it 2 weeks ago. And even more after yesterday's game. Because it's not, okay, we can talk about the losses, the double-digit leads and the fourth quarters and the implosions. And, I mean, come on. They had the Bears beat. They couldn't close the deal. And Caleb Williams played well. But they should have won that game, okay? The Giants didn't win the game. But my reason is because of the way he's handled Jackson Dart. Like, that's when you look at it, here's a desperate coach playing for his gig.
Yeah.
He's designing plays for this kid to run into to the defense and lower his shoulder and all this stuff. You remember he was in the tent yelling at the doctor, get him back out of there, whatever. Give him some smelling sauce, whatever it is. Like, get him out there.
Yeah.
That's the other part of it. That's the dangerous part. No, stop with the design plays for him to run, and you have to be able to coach him to understand you don't have to get every yard carry. You don't have to lower your shoulder and go into a defender. It's okay to get the necessary yards and get out of bounds or slide down to avoid. It's a long game, a long-term game as a quarterback. Yeah. It ain't about another yard or two for you to take a big hit. It makes no sense. I would have said, Jackson Dart, do you understand why in practice you have on a special jersey and people know not to touch you? There's a reason for that. All right? If it didn't matter, they wouldn't do that. Am I right?
Right.
My God. Brian Daboll, I told you 2 weeks ago, pack your bags. The only bad thing is the general manager should have gone too. I don't know what they're waiting on that.
Yeah.
But this had to happen. The way he's handled Jackson Dart and the losing and not being able to close out games.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Enough already.
Yeah, the losing won't be tolerated with the Giants. Obviously, they've been, bad the last 3 years. Had a lot of success in that franchise, though, right? And so they won't stand for it. But with Brian Daboll, it's such a funny thing. Like the NFL and life in general is such a fickle proposition, right? They lost 4 games leading by double digits, right?
Yep.
If they won those games, we wouldn't be having these conversations, right? So obviously there's some mishandling with what he's doing in game situations.
Right, for you to get a lead, for you to have a 10-point lead.
Exactly.
It's different if you get blown out, Kerry.
Yeah.
And you can't, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, you're just overmatched.
Yeah,
Right.
no, and that's
we can accept that.
That's part of it, right? So operation-wise, something is off.
Couple Rob, Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Trash Talking Tuesday. That'll be next hour, of course, with the iHeartRadio app. You can stream us wherever you happen to be. You can catch us and all of your Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7. And the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio and in the app. You can stream us all day, every day. Be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app, so it will always pop up at the top of your screen. Ephraim, Salaam coming up here in about 5 or 6 minutes. By the way, Rob, you love hearing this stuff. We got some fans. We got some listeners out in Santa Barbara. FYI. They mess with us out in Santa Barbara, too.
Awesome.
Just wanted you to know that.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, they got some fans out there. They rock with the odd couple. All right, we're talking about Nico Harrison No longer the GM of the Dallas Mavericks. Scapegoat, deserved it, saw it coming. What you say? 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Elvis in Alabama. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Elvis?
Rob, Kelvin, how's it going, brother?
Doing good.
Hey,
thank you very much.
Listen, this is what I'd like to know, and I don't know if anybody, I haven't heard anything about this. I'd like to know the genesis of this trade. I know it's all getting dumped on Nico. It's obviously a bad trade, obviously, even though he had a reason. It wasn't just out of the blue. I mean, somebody at the Mavericks didn't want to write this dude a $300 million check when he comes to work fat and doesn't play defense. I get that. But look, if the genesis of this thing was the owner emailing Nico and saying, hey, I want you to look into trading this guy, well, you got to do what your boss says. And even if it didn't start that way, he had to run it by the owner before he
Of course.
Well, the last part goes without saying, for sure.
Anybody who thinks he did this on his own, they have no idea. Like, there's no – you think you're the GM and you get to just write checks, sign people, spend the owner's money, get rid of his assets. Like, it just doesn't – that's not the way things are done.
No. Not of this magnitude.
You're there to take the hit or, you know what I mean, if things don't work out. That's why they hire you, but that is not it.
No, you can't move anybody that magnitude.
Andre in Massachusetts, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, Nico Harrison, he took the hit then, okay? He took the hit now, right, in terms of what's going on with the Dallas Mavericks. And to the previous caller's point, what the genesis of this whole Luka Doncic fiasco is, in my mind, it's that this ownership group bought the Dallas Mavericks believing they could have a casino either attached to the arena or in some way, shape, or form connected to the organization. And that got nixed by the state of Texas, and that's when things started to go sideways. Additionally, when they took over the team, Mark Cuban was supposed to have some say-so. Can we please bring back Mark Cuban to the NBA and to the Dallas Mavericks so we can have some sane doggone ownership, people that know what the heck they're doing? Obviously, he doesn't have input because look at how this team is being run. Never mind, as you said, Kelvin, it's not that you trade Luka Doncic in the dark of the night for Anthony Davis, who's injury prone. You didn't get back Anthony Edwards. You didn't get back Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You didn't get back Giannis Antetokounmpo. You didn't get back anywhere near equal value. It's not just that you traded him. You traded him, with disrespect to Anthony Davis, for Chi-Chi beans. It's just outlandish. And so, again, where we are right now, this Mavericks ownership group, these new owners, they're not basketball people. We're dealing with this in Boston, how they traded away Drew Holiday, which ended the dynasty. They're not basketball people first. They're about the bottom line in business. And when things go sideways, they're just firing whoever the heck they can. It's not good for the NBA or anybody else. Thanks for taking the call.
No doubt.
All right, appreciate the
Dre,
call.
thank you. Appreciate it, Dre. Fired up.
How about Jerome, real quick? Jerome in Charleston. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jerome?
Nico Harrison is not surprised in the least. He's been waiting for the last year for this to happen, okay? And their slow start just makes it even easier to do, okay? Owners don't fire themselves. Just ask Jerry Jones. The Cowboys been running in place for 30 years. Anybody fired him? Hell no. And it ain't going to happen anytime soon. And like I said, when you get, like Chris Carter said years ago, when you get in trouble, always have a fall guy.
Yeah.
So it's another example. All right. CYA has been around a long time.
No doubt. All right, Rome, thank you. Yeah, this is Nico's definitely. Listen, I told y'all he about to land. Watch, don't be shocked. You're going to see him land somewhere, a nice cushy job somewhere, something popped up through the NBA or something. All right, on the way from Salaam, we'll talk some of the NFL headlines with him right now. It is Steve DeSager, who's got what's trending. Hey, Steve.
Hello, gentlemen. In the new college football playoff rankings, hey there, the top five stayed the same, led by number 1 Ohio State. Texas Tech up to number 6. Texas is up to number 10 in the country. That's important because at the moment, the top 10 get into the playoff automatically. Number 11, Oklahoma, would not make the playoff as of now. Instead, the ACC champ would, which is number 15, Miami right now. And number 24, South Florida would get in as the best of the group of 5 teams. BYU fell to number 12 tonight. Utah is still 13. Virginia is down to 19. Louisville down to 20. College football selection Sunday is December the 7th. The first round at campus sites is due to start with a Friday night game about a week before Christmas. Then the other 3 games will be on Saturday the 20th. As of now, number 9 Notre Dame would open at number 8 Oregon next month. Jaguars rookie Travis Hunter is out for the year after knee surgery. He was injured in practice a couple weeks ago. Free agent defensive back Asante Samuel Jr. will sign with the Steelers practice squad. Packers offensive lineman Elgton Jenkins was placed on injured reserve due to a broken leg, and the 10-game suspension of former Ravens kicker Justin Tucker was lifted after he violated the league's personal conduct policy. We'll find out the American League Manager of the Year shortly. We know the NL Manager of the Year, again, is the Brewers' Pat Murphy. Last year he won the award with 27 of the 30 first-place votes. This year, he gets 27 of the 30 first-place votes. Milwaukee this year had earned the number 1 overall seed, getting 97 wins. The big MLB award results continue this week. We'll find out the Cy Young winners on Wednesday and Thursday, the MVPs. We got Rookies of the Year yesterday. Carlos Alcaraz won the season-ending ATP Finals, another match in the ATP Finals, I should say. He's one victory away from securing the year-end number 1 ranking. We have 9 NHL games tonight, plus in college basketball shortly, number 9 Kentucky is at number 12 Louisville. Boston's at Philadelphia in NBA play for Philly. Joel Embiid out again with a sore knee. And yes, the Mavericks fired general manager Nico Harrison. Back to you.
All right, Steve. Thank you. Appreciate it. I cover Rob Kelvin on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Aches and pains can sneak in during the holiday hustle and bustle, even when you're moving. That's right. Aleve can help you forget the pain and the memories. You can have some happier memories than moving. You all right over there, man? You back doing all right? You need to leave? Yeah, no, I'm good. Turn your mic on. We'll get you some Aleve right now.
I'm all right.
Alex said he got a few for you over there, man. He said, but with just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so you can keep it moving. Use as directed. What is that?
He gave me a cilantro patch.
Yeah.
Hot patch.
Yeah. Oh, listen, you're going to be sore tomorrow. Today is the day of. You're doing it. You're a little tender, you're a little sore. Tomorrow? Oh, yeah. You're going to wake up.
I already feel it. Wow.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a rough day. You'll be doing it from home. Don't worry about it. She'll take care of you a little bit later on.
Yeah,
she got you.
I'm good.
All right, we're joined now by Ephraim Salaam, of course, former NFL offensive lineman. Hey, Fox Sports Radio Weekend, Ephraim Salaam on X. Give him a follow. What up, E?
What's up? What y'all got going on over there, man? What?
No. I wanted to move in today.
Something ain't right, but I'm still riding it. Stop it.
Yeah, I was moving and, lifting those boxes. I mean, I had help.
You got too much money to be lifting boxes, man. You moving wrong.
Yeah, he said he had some of the mentees. That's what he acquired mentees for, days like this.
Oh, yeah.
But he said he was too short. He needed a couple more to come through to help out.
I just needed to, you know what I mean? I'm not going to stand there and just look at people.
Now, when you say you lifted a few boxes, are you talking shoe boxes? Like, what did you actually lift?
No. I picked up stuff. Yeah, so it's all good. Let's not eat into Ephraim's time, though. Let's not do that. Ephraim, let's start here. What is wrong with the Green Bay Packers?
Look, I never was sold on Jordan Love. That was my I need to see situation coming into this season. Out of all the teams, people had him in preseason or preseason favorite for MVP, and I haven't seen enough from Jordan Love to anoint him that guy. And so for me, I still don't think that he is what everyone thinks he is. And when you look at his numbers and his abilities as completion percentage, you're like, oh, okay. But really look at the big games in the moments he needs to shine. I just don't get that same sense as I do with, a Lamar or Allen or Mahomes. I just don't see it in him.
Yeah, he's had some moments where you expect him to shine, and he hasn't. We'll talk a little bit more about him and just the whole Packers a little bit later, so I'll switch gears. I'll go to the other side of this with the Eagles. Between those two teams and maybe a handful of other teams in the NFC, who is the leading candidate in the NFC for you right now? The team you look at and say they're leading the conference. Is it one of the two last night? Is it the Lions? Is it the Rams? Where do you come out?
I mean, look, the Rams are scary. The Rams are scary because that young defense will get after you, man. I mean, if you can put pressure on opposing quarterbacks and rush with 4, and you have somebody like, Matthew Stafford conducting that offense, McVay, to me, watching the teams in the NFC, they're the front runner because I believe they have the whole package. They have the coach, they have the offensive side of the ball, and they have a hellacious defensive front. And they're young, and they're hungry.
Hey, Ephraim. So, I think Caleb Williams continues to impress so much that I think that he deserves a song. So, I have my Wemby song. So now we have a new song for Caleb. Here we go. Here we go for you. Just.
His toss is crazy.
Is that why you didn't want to eat up into my time so you can play that song? Man, I tell you what.
All right,
the best part is you say I'm in love and then say with Caleb, like make sure we didn't think it was Jordan Love.
Yeah, I just
make sure we didn't think. All right.
Anyway, Caleb, he's been playing fantastic, especially late in games. Just talk about how important it is when you're able to win. You know what I mean? And come through for your team and how teammates look at you.
That's the mark of a leader, right? Like you can the nail polish and maybe he's not a team, but whatever that is,
right?
When the rubber meets the road, man. What he did in that fourth quarter on that last drive and put them in position to come back and win that game. Now, shame on the Giants, and I know when Jackson Dart went out, the whole trajectory changed. But Caleb Williams is learning. He's finally got a real-life offensive coordinator and a head coach that are willing to work with him, right, to give him some things, to take some things away, but allows him to get better as a player. And, I mean, he's obviously got the talent. He can throw the ball, with the best of them. But using his legs like he did to score that final touchdown and put them ahead, that was amazing. Those are all moments young quarterbacks need to get to that next step.
Ephraim, Salaam, our guest right here on the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on the Trash Talking Tuesday. I'm glad you said young quarterback because I want to go to one right now. His team is playing very well, leading the division against a couple of teams that folks thought they wouldn't. That is the Patriots. Drake May, every other week it changes who's the MVP candidate, but now he's the leading candidate. But look great right now, playing well. And Vrabel, I was shocked. A lot of people were shocked Tennessee got rid of him. Now he's got this team up and running. What do you make of just the Patriots season and Drake May?
It's crazy. This is the first time that Mike Vrabel's had a quarterback as a head coach. Think about that. This is the first time he's had a real-life quarterback as a head coach. And, oh, by the way, with Ryan Tannehill, all he did was get the number one seed.
Right.
Now, that was on the legs and the back of Derrick Henry when they were in Tennessee, but we knew Mike Vrabel can coach. And having someone like Drake May under center and leading that offense, this kid is impressive, man. He is impressive, and I think New England really found the answer for the next 10, 12 years or who's going to be heir apparent to Tom Brady. Now, I'm not saying he's going to have the level of success Tom Brady is going to have.
You ain't got to say it because he's not.
Right? But they've got that position locked away. And they finally start using Henderson to run the ball.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know what he was on the shelf for 9 weeks, but they finally allowed the young running back to go. And there's two young players, a tremendous head coach. The defense is playing lights out as well. It's a lot of impressive things for me looking at Drake May. But in terms of MVP, you got to look at Sam Darnold and what he's doing, man. This dude is out of control.
I do want to ask you a question. Should the 49ers cut Brock Purdy now?
No. You can't cut $55 million, Rob. You know that.
But if it wasn't about the contract, would you? I'm just asking you.
No.
Okay.
Because
I'm just asking.
I think Brock Purdy is a better quarterback than Mac Jones.
Okay.
I do. I think he's a better quarterback than Mac Jones.
I just think that in that system with what they've been able to do there, it's pretty amazing. You know what I mean? That no matter who, and it's no knock to anybody, but there's been, I'm not saying that Shanahan can't win any big games, so I'm not on the Shanahan for that. But it just seems like whoever's popped in there is able. That's why I've always was questioned or questionable about Brock Purdy. That's what was always my reservation about him.
Well, look, all he's done is win. He had a bad year last year, a lot of injuries and all of that. But all he's done is win. You go to the Super Bowl, you go to the NFC Championship game. Like, all of those things matter. Those things, Mac Jones he's never done that. So you got to really look at in context of Kyle Shanahan, they put together a tremendous system. It's very quarterback friendly, and they don't even have all their pieces. I think they should have done something defensively at the trade deadline to give them a shot, especially at the time being, I believe they were 5-3. I think they should have bolstered that defense. Losing 2 all-pro players on defense is going to hurt you, and they didn't do anything. That will be their demise. It won't be the quarterback play.
All right, one more real quick before we let you get out of here. I'm looking at the Ravens. Rob and I have talked about it. What do you expect? I don't know if we had a chance to talk to you, but now that Lamar's back, can they make a real run and win this division and get right back where they want to be in the postseason, try to make some noise?
Well, I think they can. When you look at the division, it's barely holding on. Who knows what the Steelers are going to be or what they're trying to do? It looks like they're trying to drive off a bridge. But if they can put together 3-4 more wins, and according to their schedule, they'll be favorites in all of those games. Then yeah, they can stretch their legs second half of the season and find themselves winning that division.
No doubt. All right, we'll leave it there. E, appreciate it as always.
Absolutely, brother.
No doubt.
I'm a believer.
Salaam there, Caleb. I believe. I've been waiting on you to hit that part. All right, on the way, we got Shekel City Player of the Day, as well as Rob has a gripe with somebody he's been beef with all season long. We'll tell you that is next. It's the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Williams had another comeback win, his 4th of the season, his 5th since the end of last season, both the most in the NFL.
7-3 in his last 10 games.
Yeah. 7-3. He's looking really, really good. Now, his passing numbers, 20 of 36, 220 touchdown, not great, but his receivers were credited with 6 drops. So take that into account.
In the middle of the game, there was one throw he threw in the end zone. Did you see that one? Rob G?
Zacchaeus just right off his hands.
Yeah. Like I'm not. It would have been a great catch, yeah. But was it catchable for an NFL wide receiver?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But where he really showed out and where he really made his money was in the 4th quarter, especially with his legs. 52 yards on the ground in the 4th quarter, including the game-winning touchdown run. After the game, had his head coach Ben Johnson speaking glowingly of his quarterback.
He looks like a Houdini back there in the backfield because, like I said, that's a really good pass rushing front that they've given a lot of teams fits. I think Burns is leading the NFL in sacks, and so there are times where he's trying to escape and making some things happen. He had a couple throws down the field, but like you said, over 50 yards again rushing for the second week in a row. And I thought in the 4th quarter there, we really needed that as a shot in the arm to end up winning that ball game. So credit to him.
No doubt about it. One of his teammates yelled greatness in the background, which was cool. You know what I mean? He got the game ball, and he just put his head down and worked. He's not listening to all the noise. And there's just an and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. A lot of people don't like him because he's a different cat.
That's all.
And you notice in football, they want you to be the same. They want you to be a robot.
Yeah.
They want you to live and breathe football. Nothing else matters. They don't want you to paint your nails.
Yeah.
They don't want you to cry to your mom. All that. It should be about, can you play?
Yeah.
Like nothing else. I just don't understand. You know, like you can talk about the Bears haven't had a quarterback since Sid Luckman, okay? Like they've had a quarterback forever and a day.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you want to just sit here and keep well, you know, Cam Newton was spouting today, oh, you shouldn't be down. Well, which one is it? When Aaron Rodgers and then Green Bay didn't have a lot of comeback victories because he was always ahead, they used that as he can't come back.
Mm-hmm.
Then Tom Brady had a lot of comeback. They used that as a positive. Oh, look, Tom Brady, man, when push comes to shove, he always bails out the team.
Right.
Which one is it? Caleb doesn't throw interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
And if you force him, he stayed. And I watched. He was in the pocket.
Yeah.
And when he had to get out of the pocket, he got out of the pocket and made big plays. I think he's developing nicely. I'm not saying he's the next coming of anybody. I just think that he's progressing nicely. What don't you like from the stuff that you see?
Well, Rob, he's a victim of expectations, right? I mean, people were saying he was going to be the best draft prospect at the quarterback position since whoever the last great was, right? That's what
since the Louisiana Purchase was in escrow.
Right. So that's he's fallen victim to that, but also he's fallen victim to the thing that you just said, and I think you hit it on the head. Is people don't like him; they think he's different. He isn't the quarterback from your grandfather's day when he got the bloody face and he got the picture of his elbow all scraped up and he's gritty and he's the guy that can go win you a game that way. He's not that guy. He's a guy that, like you said, he's progressed, I think, at a pace that people thought is a little bit slow for their taste, and that's fine. But when your head coach, who openly criticized you at the beginning of the year, has changed his tenor on you and said, no, he's progressing at a really nice rate right now, and we like what he's doing. And now the teammates are speaking openly about him as well.
Yes.
Now, he's won over their locker room, and he has the goods to get it done.
I don't know. You know this, Kerry. You got games you're about to lose.
Yeah.
And this dude is coming up with big throws and winning games.
Yeah.
Winning.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. Sports has a short menu. Wins and losses. Nothing else, Kerry. You don't leave the locker room during your Jets days or Cardinals days and go, well, good thing we only lost by 5. Nobody, because I hear people say that. Well, they're getting better. Yeah, they only lost by 5. No.
Make sure you clarify. And I was just acknowledging your move and saying, moving takes a lot.
And Alex, it moved. I'm just saying. I'm talking about the furniture.
See, here we go. I'm trying to redeem us. You're not helping at all. All right, couple Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on the Trash Talking Tuesday. That's coming up in about an hour. Looking forward to seeing what you guys got cooked up for that. By the way, shout out to Ephraim. Salaam joined us a moment ago. You can always check out the pod. Rob G works hard on getting that up. We'll have that up and a best of version as well. Right now, it is time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
How'd you do?
All right. Well, I was 3-0 Friday. That's why he didn't come in on Monday, because I was.
No, see, here's the difference. I want you to be 3-0, and I want Alex to play your music. I don't want you to play the Victoria's music when you're 1-2 and 2-1, or 1-1.
Well, I was 1-2 last night.
So I missed the Victoria's music.
But I was 3-0 on Friday. All right. Dang. And of course, I know.
What have you done for me lately?
So here we go tonight. Let's do it.
Here you go. Come on, God, believe me.
Last night I got I had the Philadelphia Eagles +1 in that game.
Yeah.
They only scored like 3 runs.
You
right?
mean the Philadelphia Phillies?
My God.
And the Brewers?
Yeah, it was not good. Who was pitching in that game?
My goodness.
All right, I got the Pacers -2.5. They're in Utah taking on the Jazz. Pacers -2.5.
No Jazz in Utah.
Philadelphia I got +1.5. They're hosting the Boston Celtics. And the Nuggets -8.5 in Sacramento taking on these Siberian Kings. I mean Sacramento Kings.
Chris Webber ain't walking through that door.
So again, Nuggets -8.5. 76ers +1.5.
Okay.
and the Pacers minus 2.5. And remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
Boston favored against Philly. All right. That's interesting.
They are.
Yep. Now it's time for your tire rack play of the day.
Jahan Dotson in motion. Hurts fakes, looks, steps up. He is floating the football. It is for Devontae Smith. Touchdown!
Smitty got it.
He took it away from the defender. He took it out of the hands of Evan Williams. Devontae Smith from Jalen Hurts.
Devontae Smith from... There's the Eagles radio right there. Of course, with your Tire Rack play of the day. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. All right, we got that out the way. So you got some smoke with Aaron Glenn?
Yeah, I just don't even understand. Listen to this sound.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Talking to reporters.
Hey, okay. What's wrong with that?
No, he was rapping.
He was vibing. I ain't mad at that.
I got issues. Here we go.
Okay, I have his audio now.
All right, let me hear it. See.
Tomorrow's gonna be a rough day.
All right, can we get to Aaron?
Yeah, we got it.
I'm going to pass on talking about injuries. Since Rich, he's not here, has all the answers, so you guys can get all the injuries from Rich. So I go right into this here game. Ask Rich.
I'm asking you.
Well, I'm telling you to ask Rich.
He's not here though. AG.
Well, you better call him.
No disrespect to you or Rich, but we want to hear it from you. You know,
you guys have been here. You guys have been hearing from me, but now since we're just reporting stuff, that I haven't said, then maybe you should ask him.
Just total ridiculousness. Seriously, he doesn't deserve to be a head coach. He doesn't get it. I'm dead serious.
I know you are.
I'm dead serious. Can I? The Rich he's talking about is Rich Cimini, who's covered the Jets for 35, 40 years. Like, seriously. I've known Rich Cimini.
Right.
He breaks stories. He writes for ESPN. He's been covering the Jets for almost 4 decades. He's highly regarded and plugged into the organization.
Yeah.
Okay? He's been there that long. So this whole notion that he's mad with it, go talk to Rich and find out what's going on. Dude, that's inside your house. He has sources. He's been around way long. You've been there for 40 minutes, and he's been there for 40 years. Come on, man. Answer the damn questions. Who's your starting quarterback, and what are your injuries? Really?
Yeah, it reminds me of
he's not mature enough to be a head coach, like a big baby. I'm dead serious. If I'm an owner watching that, this is the guy I want to represent the organization. Answer the damn questions. They're asking you. The press is there to bring up Rich Cimini. Are you serious?
That, to me, a couple things. One, you have to earn that equity, right? If Bill Belichick in his prime was doing that, if Mike Tomlin, they've earned that equity to have a bad day, to have a grumpy day, they've earned that. To your point, the same with Rich, who's earned the point that I have these connections, I have these inside tracks.
If you want to say that Rich is wrong, then call Rich out
Yeah.
and say he's wrong. But to say to the rest of the media,
go ask Rich. And it reminded me of the Ja Morant we had the other day, where he kept saying, ask the coaching staff, ask the coaching staff, ask the coaching staff. And that got him suspended. Not that I expect the Jets ownership to suspend him, but I mean, you got to handle yourself as the leader of the team much differently.
He sounds juvenile, and then he won't announce his quarterback. Dude, you're 2-7. Really?
You're
Who are you fooling?
You're not giving an advantage to another team.
Who are you
Trust me.
fooling? Come on, man.
Well, what you got
Aaron
going on?
Glenn, man, you're not going to be for the long haul doing this act.
Yeah.
It's a terrible act. It's immature. It's.
We are Fox Sports.
Wake up. It's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win. Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
The American League Manager of the Year is Cleveland's Stephen Vogt. He won it 17 votes to 10 over Toronto's John Schneider. Vogt also won this award a year ago in his first year as a manager. The NL Skipper of the Year is a repeat winner, the Brewers' Pat Murphy. This year he received 27 of the 30 first-place votes. Milwaukee earned the number 1 overall seed this season with 97 wins. The big award results continue this week with the Cy Young winners Wednesday, MVPs on Thursday. In the new college football playoff rankings, the top 5 stayed the same tonight, led by number 1 Ohio State. Texas Tech is up to number 6. Texas is up to number 10, but number 11 Oklahoma would not make the playoff as of now. The ACC's highest ranked would. That is number 15 Ohio State. Boston at Philadelphia in the NBA tonight for Philly. Joel Embiid out again with a sore knee. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
It is the Odd Couple. Don't worry, Rob G. We're here. Sometimes you have
Fret not.
You have a pregnant pause. It's good because then listeners go, "Are they there? What happened?"
You don't want to hear nothing about pregnant no more. Snip, snip.
I'm hurt even when I hear that. I'm just saying. It is the Odd Couple.
I guess I need a snip.
Hour number 2. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Don't forget, coming up in about 38 minutes, your chance to trash anyone, anything in the world of sports. And don't forget to check out our new YouTube channel. That's right. We're sweeping the nation, not only with hit songs all over. I'm expecting them to play that song on The Score tomorrow. What is that, 6:70 a.m. in Chicago, The Score? Because my man Marshall Harris does the midday show, so I sent it to him. He laughed.
Now, what is it about Caleb? Caleb has played perfectly fine. Like, he's played pretty good. Like, he's not been great,
but he's done fine. Like,
but I'm saying, Rob, no. He got a song. I didn't say you were like, oh yeah, I believe in him. He's on his way. Yeah. He got a song is all I'm saying.
Yeah, he got a song. I'm into the songs now, especially when you do something. And that win.
So Matthew Stafford threw 4 touchdowns, 3
he's got to get in a song.
Wait,
okay?
3 games in a row. First time that's ever happened.
No,
in NFL history. 4 touchdowns, 3 games in a row, no interceptions. He can't get a song?
He's going to get a song when he has the 3 picks next week. I'll have a song ready.
I just want to make sure.
All right.
You brand muffin, you.
Just search. I'm consistent. Just search Odd Couple.
You prune juice, you.
That's right. And hit the subscribe button and don't stop there. Hit the thumbs up icon, comment away, all that good stuff. All right. Trash Talking coming up, as I said.
Oh, yeah.
We'll let you know when you can get there and line up. So we want to hear you. Come hard, fast, and strong. We want to hear from you on Trash Talking. All right, Rob G, another game for the NFL is the greatest thing ever, and there's never any bad games and a nonstop action, except last night.
Man.
10-7, Philly and Green
Brewers.
Bay. I mean, right.
And the Brewers.
Phillies and the Brewers on a cold night in Green Bay. What a shocker that is. It's cold in Green Bay in November.
Right.
Dude, how do you live there?
No,
Seriously.
Don't do that to people.
No,
we got listeners
I'm
there.
serious.
We got people there.
Because I lived there. I lived in Detroit for 20 years.
Yeah.
So you know that by choice.
Yeah.
And once I left, you realize, Rob G, like you guys living in Southern California and all that, I understand it.
No,
I
it's
didn't
hard to leave
understand
here.
it when I was living in Detroit for 20 years.
Rob G don't even understand it.
No,
because he's known nothing but
he doesn't
this.
want to go anywhere. Like, he won't go anywhere. Rob G, I could reduce your rent by 50% and put more money in your pocket. He still wouldn't go.
Yeah, it's going to be a no for me, dog.
See?
Yeah, listen. And you know what, too? Southern California people, let me get on y'all heads for a second. Y'all don't travel.
They're vain.
Y'all don't go nowhere. Y'all go to Vegas, Arizona, and you got one family member wherever they may be. That's it. Y'all don't be going nowhere. I mean, it's better than California. And then I moved here, to your point.
Yo, we got rain coming this weekend. You have no idea how much it's throwing a wrench into my life. I was telling Rob, I was waiting for like 15 minutes to him. He's like, okay,
yes.
I get it.
No,
Let me tell you
mad.
about my moving situation. Let's because we're really worried about this right
now.
No.
No. The rain for your daughter's birthday party is not cool.
It's not cool.
Not when it's always
outdoor
sunny in
situation
Southern California.
too.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Now we're scrambling trying to find an indoor space.
So why don't you just do this?
Because I don't got Kelvin Washington money and Rob Parker money. Like,
why don't you just get a tent? Let everybody get underneath the tent.
Because then your feet's still going to be wet because it'll be raining on the grass.
Sloppy.
No, it won't be on the grass if you get a big enough tent to cover 65 people.
Where?
And put it in the backyard. You don't have any
With grass. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get one of them crazy ones. Like, you got to get
your feet won't get wet. How are your feet going to get wet if
walking to the tent?
In and out, he's saying. Like, in and out, and just people, I got to go to the bathroom. And
you
just
still will be able to have
around.
a party and it'd be way cheaper. I'm just saying, Rob G.
Rob, you've had 4 parties to celebrate your Hall of Fame thing. Don't talk to me about trying to.
You ain't lying about that. And if you come in here with one more piece of gear and swag, I'm swinging on you.
I'm broke. I know. Do you know how many parties I've had?
No, I'm broke. You know how many parties I had? Where did I just tell you I came from? My gosh, my wife's birthday is tomorrow. We had to go celebrate her. My other kid's birthday was 2-3 weeks ago. Got one coming up in a week. I'm broke. And Rob G, you don't even want to know. You don't even want to know.
I don't. Well, you know who else don't want to know right now?
Who that?
Green Bay Packers fans, because you guys mentioned a horrible performance last night. They lose the game 10-7.
I thought Aaron Rodgers was playing for them.
It was the Packers' 3rd loss this season in which they've given up 16 or fewer points. Just to put that in context, the Jets are the only other team multiple losses this season giving up 16 or fewer points. The New York Metropolitans. In their 3 losses, the Packers have allowed just 39 total points and 780 total yards. That would make them the first team in NFL to have that happen to them since 1940. Okay, Rob Parker was 21 at that time.
Oh my!
That's how long ago it's been. He had just got his be able to drink, and everybody's piling on the quarterback, Jordan Love. Now he's Jordan-like. Jordan, I don't know how I feel about it. And Rob, you think there's someone else to blame?
I do, and I think Matt LaFleur gets a pass for whatever reason. This team, despite look at all the wins he's had during the regular season, right? Mm-hmm. He's had a ton. What did he win? 13 3 times with Aaron Rodgers, right? Mm-hmm. Couldn't win a playoff game. The issues they move on. They got Jordan Love now. They give him the big money, and these things keep happening. I just think that there's something there. That's why I'm down on the whole Sean McVay tree. Because Shanahan, like all these guys, right? They don't win. Sean, he won his one championship, all right? But all the other guys that you have there, and I think Matt LaFleur, I know people were kind of talking about, is Jordan Love going to get him fired or whatever? I don't know if it's Jordan Love, but I think at some point, right? Mm-hmm. You got to win. That's all I'm saying. At some point, get there. And I don't think that when you look at like the ups and downs of this team, he's supposed to be what? An offensive genius. Yeah. Why are they going through this? Why are they losing games? They lost to – you remember the offensive output against Carolina? You remember how bad? Yeah. Like that was awful. And then here you are at home, and you just need 2 touchdowns to beat the Eagles. Really? Yep. That's a game you want back.
You want that.
You don't want that game back?
Right.
Later on in the year when you have to decipher like where our record, where we are, do we have home field or not, and you'll go back and remember, oh my God, how did Philadelphia came to our crib and scored 10 points and walked away with a win. So I'm not giving Jordan Love a pass that he doesn't have to play better, but I've heard all the boy genius and offensive genius and all that, and where is it? Is Jordan Love in the best situation? Because we've seen the good Jordan Love as well. Mm-hmm. But it's very inconsistent right now. And this team, for all the people, if you remember, now I picked them before the trade, before the season started. But a lot of people, remember after the first couple of weeks?
Oh, all in.
Everybody was in on the Packers. I don't think people are feeling that way.
No, and a part of it is Matt LaFleur. And I even have my notes that I was getting ready for the show. I put Matt LaFleur, offensive guru, and I put ... essentially saying, what's up with that, right? You got Jordan Love, who is more than capable. And again, he's not Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest we've ever seen. He's not Brett Favre. I told you I think he could be a hybrid of the two, kind of taking some of the best of both and eliminating some of the things you didn't like about the other two. But the issue I have with Matt LaFleur is, where's the running game? Where's the creativity with this type of offense, right? You got Jordan Love. I would like to see Jordan Love utilized more. It's in the RPOs, in the bootlegs, and get him use his athleticism. Not saying he has to be a runner, but use his athleticism. So, to me, Matt LaFleur having the weapons, you got a bunch of – now, maybe the issue is they don't have the guy because they got a bunch of guys on the outside. They got a bunch of receivers, but they don't have a Devontae Adams. You see how Matthew Stafford loves to go to him. They don't have a Justin Jeffries. They don't have a Amon-Ra St. Brown. One of those guys where you say, that's the guy clearly. Maybe that's an issue, and they just got a bunch of C+, B- guys. But Matt LaFleur isn't running his offense as you want. Now, and I start to look at this. You can have a bad offensive outing. Happens. But it can't happen to the Browns where you score 10 points. It can't happen to again, as we just mentioned, the Panthers where you scored 13. You have scored 7 against the Packers. There's been a couple other games where you struggled throughout it. The Bengals, you ended up beating, but you were struggling throughout that game. And then not to mention, you ended up tying, of course, you got 40 points, but you tied against the Cowboys. They've had some really bad games.
That's a loss when you think about it.
And it very well could come back to hurt them, as you mentioned. So I don't like what's going on. Now, back to Jordan Love, as Rob G mentioned, I can understand why somebody say he's more like I Jordan like him, not love him, because when the game is on the line, when you've needed him most, he hasn't made those plays that you would hope for how good the talent is and what you expected the team to be. But it's a bad combination right now between the lack of running game. Josh Jacobs is supposed to be doing a lot more than this. He's averaging 3.3 yards a carry. He's only has 500-something yards on the season. He should have more than that. And again, Jordan Love, it's like hot or cold. It's feast or famine with them. And I don't know what's going on with them, why they can't have just solid games. And even in a loss, you can have, we just lost to a better team, but we had solid games. It's either feast or famine with the Packers, and that doesn't bode well, especially towards the end of the season when you're going to have a couple of games that you're mad you lost or even tied in. But Matt LaFleur definitely is leaving some to be desired, even with that last little stretch of Aaron Rodgers. You wanted more out of that.
Yeah, I just think, like where are you headed? Like they've won a ton of games.
Yeah.
His record looks stellar. Like he's one of the best coaches. It's like the Kyle Shanahan.
At least he's gotten the Super Bowls, though. You know what I mean? At least he can say,
yeah, but
he's
had some really bad. I get it. You got there, but at some point you have to cash it in as well. And all I'm saying, Matt LaFleur, I don't know how long are you going to continue. And remember, I think he did not. Rob G, correct me if I'm wrong. Did not get that contract extension right when they got the new boss of the Packers. What's that guy's name? Policy? Right, he's got 1 year left.
And they were asking about it last night. Is it basically asking, is your seat hot? And he said, obviously I don't want to focus on that. And you're basically saying your seat's hot anytime.
Right.
When you're coaching this league, everything matters. And I think they like what they have in him. But again, you want to be able to get to that next level. And if you're Kyle Shanahan, who at least can say I got in the Super Bowl, and some of these other guys, just like I want that extra notch. Can I get the McVay where we go to a Super Bowl, we lost to the Patriots, and we come back and we win one? Can we get that level? And Matt LaFleur is again leaving too much to be desired. And again, it's the feast or famine. Like 10 points, dude, 7 points. That's just you got too much talent to end up with that. Not that you lost 35-27. I can understand that. 10, 7. Come on now.
All right, Kelvin Washington's hate for Aaron Rodgers has jumped the shark as always.
Wait, let me read it.
I'll explain that next.
I don't see that. I don't see that's what it said.
It's the Odd Couple on Fox Sports Radio, and you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Because sometimes Kelvin doesn't know any better in the US of A.
President Trump and the White House have let it be known to the Washington Commanders football franchise that they would like their new stadium to be named after President Donald Trump. Now, this is not reported. This is all speculation. Make that very clear.
Which would not surprise me at all.
The speculation is, because you recall about a year ago when this stadium was approved, that President Trump publicly threatened pulling funding to the stadium because a lot of the funding is coming from taxpayers unless they did something. And now the speculation, again, speculation not reporting, is that this is President Trump's request. In order to facilitate the public funding to Washington, they would have to then name the stadium after him.
And I say, no way, no how should the Washington Commanders cave in to the president. And this is like the whole idea of it is ludicrous to me. First of all, if I was a Washington Commanders fan and I found out that they caved into the president to get the stadium and had to put his name, I would give up my fandom. I really would.
You would.
I'm on principle. You know this. I'll be on principle and I'll just be like, it's fine. You could have it. Other people can go and enjoy it, do whatever they want.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to be a part of it if you're pressured into putting somebody's name on a stadium. Number two, it just isn't done. And not from someone who's so divisive. Like, you would have to show me like a situation. Maybe 20 years from now, he's passed on. They name stuff after people. When I fly into JFK, I don't go, oh God, I got to go into this airport. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have those kind of feelings.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's that kind of president where you're going to feel comfortable or good about it because he's divisive. We talk about there are people who are divisive. LeBron James is divisive. So a lot of people love LeBron James. A lot of people can't stand LeBron James.
Yes.
There are people who are divisive. I look at Trump as one of those people who's divisive. Also, if you remember, how did they go from the Commanders from the Redskins? It wasn't because what was his name? I almost forgot his name.
Snyder.
Daniel Snyder. I was going to say Dan Gilbert. That's the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Daniel Snyder said he would never change the name over his dead body. And then FedEx, Coca-Cola, and somebody else said, okay, well, we're pulling our advertising dollars.
Yep.
And that happened very quickly, did it not? Okay.
Yeah.
So you could also alienate advertisers and people who normally would be invested or put money into your franchise or whatever. So it's about a divisive person. That's the issue with it. Not because he's president, not because he's conservative or any of those things. There are conservative buildings and airports named after plenty of people.
Yes.
You fly into George Bush Airport in Houston, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't fly in and go, oh, my God, do I have to go here or not?
That's right.
You don't. I don't think that Trump is the same as some of those people who had things named after them. I think it would send a terrible message. I would I would give up my fandom if I felt my team caved. It's almost like the Jimmy Kimmel thing we saw at ABC.
Yeah.
When they took him off the air, I mean, some people celebrated for a hot minute, and then a lot of people canceled their subscriptions. A lot of people felt like we can't have that. Like when we're starting to censor people and pull them off the air if they say something that you don't like. That's not where you want to be. And I think this would be a mistake. And I hope that the Washington Commanders say, we'll do it. We're not going to do it. And we'll do whatever we can to get the funding if we even have to wait and move on from there.
One of the things you just said about the divisive part of it is, you just said Daniel Snyder was saying we're not going to cave and change the name. They did it. Like that's part of it, right? Like the divisive portion of it is, yes, we hear it's skewed in different directions and there's no like middle ground on any of it, right? So whatever way you go, it's going to be bad for some side. So this is why
I don't look at it. I'm serious. If his name is not on it, I don't think his people or MAGA, or whatever you want to call them, are going to be like, oh, I'm not going to go to the game because his name is not on it.
Yeah, but he's putting his bid in to do that.
No, he's not making it public because he knows
he hasn't made it public yet.
Because he won't want to be embarrassed that they're not going to do it. Like, that's the word.
That's what I'm saying.
That right, Rob G? It hasn't been reported that that's fact. But
it's hasn't been confirmed.
You know what I'm saying?
The White House hasn't confirmed it. It's just sources.
Okay.
So he could always say, I never asked for my name to be on the stadium or whatever, and his followers or people won't feel a certain way.
For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive, ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. I wasn't here yesterday, so just going through, watching some of the games, talking to Rob G, just some of the things that were out there over the last 48 hours, man. And for me, one of the things we continuously talk about is just kind of what the Steelers are. And my thing, as we talked about a million times, was that I thought they would be very similar to what they were last year. And watching them again the other night, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have he has one of the worst games he's had as a pro. And people started to question Aaron Rodgers because remember the Steelers come out and already said they want him next year. And here's what Mike Tomlin has to say when people start questioning that.
I'm not going to chalk it up to an off night, but there are no long-term concerns. I'm just not going to allow your words to be my words. That's all. Sunday night was what it was, but I have no long-term reservations about his ability to play the position and play the position at a high level for us.
I do. And again, it's just based off of how far you're trying to go, meaning if you're trying to become a franchise like you used to be, that people viewed you as a Super Bowl winning franchise or at least competing franchise, then to me, that doesn't make any sense to me. When you clearly can see a regression and you can clearly see how could this happen for another year. He's got a birthday coming up in December, next month. He'll be 42. So in this point through next season, he'll be 43. And I just don't see where they're going anywhere. The offense isn't going anywhere. They can't run the ball. They need more weapons. DK is the only real threat. I just don't understand exactly what they're looking at that makes them feel optimistic about going at this another year. And that's been my biggest thing is it's not that he won't have games. He's one of the best quarterbacks ever. He's going to have games where you go, all right, couple, 2-3 touchdowns, look good. But this is not, to me, where you're feeling like we're going into a postseason, if you make it, where we have a winning formula. And similar to what we were talking about the Packers, where it's just kind of a feast or famine situation, where it's up or down, or it's there or it's not. It's a lot of dink and dunk. There's no real offense. There's no real playmaking ability. So I was watching them and I'm just thinking, I just don't see where there's the optimism that, as the reporters were asking him, they will go into next year saying, like, we can run this back and feel like this is a good thing. Because to me, they're in the same situation, and it will be again next year if this is the answer. And you would tell me it's about winning a postseason game. And I would say I just don't even see how that doesn't look like what they're capable of doing right now. And again, to me, this just looks very similar to what we saw with Russell Wilson last year, where you're going to have, 5 or 6 games where they look all right, 5 or 6 where they don't look good. And at the end of the day, you're sitting there pretty much in the exact same situation. So I just didn't get to understand. I just don't get the motivation. And I'm actually asking you, help me understand it. Like, what about this will make you want to run it back next year? Serious question.
I can't help you, Michelle Beadle. That's all I'm going to say to you. Because there's something you have with Aaron Rodgers, which is something that I don't understand. I really don't. Because the whole notion of what don't you understand? Do you understand what the National Football League is? I really don't think you understand it. And I'm looking at you.
Okay.
Because all you want to do is get into the playoffs and just maybe you could run the table, you get a lucky break. We've seen teams win games, situations, circumstances. The Giants, you talk about Eli Manning all the time. Okay, didn't have great regular seasons. He won 2 Super Bowls. You know why? Because he was able to excel and things happened and they got the lucky catch and then he threw it to Plaxico. Okay, so there was a run. Peyton Manning, I know they won lucky, won beating the Bears, won a Super Bowl, right? That wasn't you thought that was a great team or a great circumstance? You know what I mean? When they beat, what was his name, the quarterback? Rex Grossman.
That was a great team. They just didn't play well in the Super Bowl.
I'm just saying, but they were able to. When the Packers won their Super Bowl, they weren't 15-1. You know when they were? They were the 6th seed, and they had to win 3 road playoff games. I get it. He's 41 years old, but the goal is always the same in the NFL. Everybody's not going to be perfect. You're not going to have a perfect quarterback. You're not going to have a perfect situation. You're so high on the Colts with a quarterback who really doesn't have any kind of resume past 1 season with the Giants and 1 playoff win, right? You're high on Sam Darnold and whatnot. When it came time to it last year, this is a young guy in the throes of his career who wasn't able to do it. So my point is that the only thing that they can feel like is that they want to have a shot. That's all they're looking for. It's not going to be perfect. They're not going to be 13-3. They have the same record as the Kansas City Chiefs. 5-4, whatever it is.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
But this is where we differ, Rob.
That's all I'm saying. That's what the NFL is.
And this is where we fundamentally disagree on this. That sounds desperate. That sounds like the Panthers. I'd be okay with that. We just want to have a shot.
They haven't won a playoff game in 9 years.
Because they keep doing things like this.
They
find
had
your
young
guys,
quarterbacks.
all I'm saying.
They had young quarterbacks, and they were wrong. Pickett, then they have Pickett. They had young quarterbacks. They couldn't play.
And that's all I'm saying is you got to find your guy.
So what if you go get
and to me, what is
the Giants are losing? They have their guy. So what?
Of course they're losing because it's just his first go round. And if they feel like they found a guy, they feel like they found a guy.
But that doesn't guarantee
and that's
you.
Why
but that doesn't guarantee you winning. I don't understand this whole notion. There are 32 teams. There's plenty of people got quarterbacks in there. I think they thought in Arizona when they signed Kyler Murray, you could go now and go back and go, well, he's terrible. What an awful mistake. I remember when they were 7-0. Under Cliff Kingsbury. Do you remember that, Rob
yes.
G? They were 7-0, and they looked like they had something going. And they were calling him, what was it, the Hail Murray, when he threw the big touchdown to win the game. I remember that. That wasn't that long ago, but they found their guy, and guess what? It didn't work out.
But what I'm saying is to go into a situation, and at least I see it clear as day, this is not your guy, and then already
Yeah,
wanting to have him next
there you
year,
go.
it just doesn't make sense to me. And it never will. So I will never understand, which is why I thought it was a fair question for them to ask you about.
They could ask the question. He
Right.
answered it. I don't
Yeah,
have an issue with the
it was
question.
a fair question. I'm with that.
But I just don't, the idea like you don't understand, most teams aren't exactly where they want. They don't have the perfect quarterback. They don't have all of the pass rush. They don't have the running game. They're all flawed. They're all flawed. And what you want to be is maybe give yourself a chance, maybe have an opportunity where something can go your way, and maybe, like, I'm with it. Maybe when the Jets went and got him, I told Rob G and Chris, disaster waiting to happen. Disaster. I didn't know it was going to be 4 snaps. But
till it snapped. Yeah.
Right. But you know what I mean, because of the Jets. Look at them. Okay, hey, let's move off Aaron Rodgers. Let's go get the young guy. We got our guy, Justin Fields. This, like you were talking. Oh, we got a young guy. Let's bring in Justin Fields. Let's give him 2 years guaranteed money where nobody would give him any kind of deal like that. And now look what the coach won't even name him the starter every week.
Well, the coach is mad at everybody right now. Coach keep firing everybody. So I just, again, when you look at this and moving forward, we got to get to Steve DeSager.
Yeah, because we got trash talking.
Yeah.
You start lining up as well.
877-99 on Fox. All right, we got coming up there. Actually, the second college football playoff rankings has just happened, so we'll talk about that on the other side. I'm sure Steve will throw some of that in there as well. Steve DeSager, what's trending?
Got college basketball going on FS1
college hoops.
right
We ain't
now.
got time for that right now. It's NFL, NBA. It's too much going on right now. Steve.
Okay, back to you.
What we got?
Detroit, on FS1, number 6 Michigan is losing. Wake Forest ahead of Michigan 77-73 with 3.5 minutes to go. Second of the doubleheader on FS1 will have number 11 Texas Tech at number 14 Illinois. Right now, Florida State leads at number 10 ranked Florida 55-52 with under 13 minutes to go. And first to F at number 12 Louisville, Cardinals lead 9th ranked Kentucky 30-22. In the NBA today, the Mavericks fired general manager Nico Harrison. He'd been GM for Dallas since 2021. Suns guard Jalen Green will miss at least 4 to 6 weeks with a strained hamstring. Brandon Clark of the Grizzlies will miss another couple months after a procedure on his knee. He has yet to play this season. Former Knicks All-Star guard Michael Ray Richardson passed away at the age of 70. He was drafted number 4 overall in 1978. He also played for the Nets. The New York Knicks in action at home and leading late first half against Memphis 63-47. Also in progress, Philadelphia hosting Boston. Late first quarter, Philly up 21-19. Joel Embiid out again with a sore knee. In the NHL, 9 games tonight, including an LA lead in the second at Montreal 3-1, and late second period, Ottawa at home ahead of the Stars 2-1. In the new college football playoff rankings, the top 5 stayed the same, led by number 1 Ohio State. Texas Tech is up to number 6. Texas is up to number 10. And would be in at this point, but number 11 Oklahoma would not make the playoff as of now. The ACC's highest ranked would, number 15 Miami, and number 24 South Florida would get in as best of the group of 5 teams. BYU fell to number 12, Utah still number 13, Virginia's down to 19, Louisville down to 20. College football selection Sunday is December the 7th. To the NFL, Jaguars rookie Travis Hunter is out for the year after knee surgery. He was injured in practice a couple weeks ago. Free agent defensive back Asante Samuel Jr. will sign with the Steelers practice squad. Defensive back Jair Alexander, now with Philadelphia, stepping away from football to get right physically and mentally. The American League Manager of the Year is Cleveland's Stephen Vogt. He won it, 17 votes to 10 over Toronto's John Schneider. And Vogt also won this year award a year ago. His first year as a manager, he dominated the voting last season. The NL Manager of the Year is the Brewers' Pat Murphy. He received 27 of the 30 first-place votes. Milwaukee are in the number 1 overall seed this season, 97 wins. Murphy also won the award last season. The big MLB award results continue this week with Wednesday's Cy Young winners announcement and Thursday the MVPs. And Carlos Alcaraz won another match at the season-ending ATP Finals. Back to you.
All right, Steve, thank you so much. It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, Trash Talking Tuesday. Aches and pains can sneak in during the holiday hustle and bustle, and Aleve can help you forget the pain and make happy memories instead. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so you can keep it moving. Use as directed. All right, Rob G, we got the new college football playoff rankings. We also got some coaches and even SEC commissioners who have been talking about the fact that they believe, we've had this 2 weeks now in a row, where you had Sark talking about there needs to be 3 lost SEC teams. And now you got the commissioner talking about there should be 6 to 8 teams in the college football playoffs.
Yeah, for good reason, because I don't know if you guys saw the latest rankings. Steve's been talking about it all night during his update, so if you missed it, check it out.
World-renowned updates.
3 of the top 5, 6 of the top 10 teams in the latest college football playoff rankings are from the SEC conference. And that is one reason why you alluded to, Steve Sarkisian said at the end of last week, you know, I'm not saying that a 3-loss team shouldn't be in the college football playoff, but, you know,
I'm not saying they shouldn't.
It would make sense for a team like a 3-loss Texas team to make it. And then yesterday, Commissioner Greg Sankey said that the SEC should have at least 6 to 8 teams.
He's that big time in the coffee playoff. After him, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's Sanka. Go ahead.
If based on what they're saying, why do we have a football season? It should be the SEC Invitational, right?
Well, that's what we're getting close to. And Rob, both of y'all, how much longer before we get into where Big Ten, SEC somehow find a way to separate themselves and make it it's their championship. And it's just 20 teams in each conference, and they just go at it. Because that's where we're headed. Where the Pac-12, Pac-8, Pac-5, Pac whatever, they pack it up is what I want to call them. And the Big 12, I mean, you're getting closer and closer where it's just these 2 conferences and is all that matters. And as we do our College Kids segments every week with our wonderful guests that join us, it's Sierra, I believe Sierra and us were talking about it last week. We're just getting closer and closer to where, I mean, you look at this run list of teams, when you got teams in the Big Ten like Indiana who normally aren't there, you got obviously now Oregon's part of the Big Ten. I mean, between these 2 conferences, that's essentially going to be it. And obviously you have the automatic bid, the automatic, wins with, getting in one of your conference. How much longer is that going to last? Because we've already had people suggest that maybe should be done with. The automatic bids for the ones who win their conference. How much longer is that going to last? A handful of years before that's gone? So we're heading right towards this. Where it's just going to be, and now maybe they go from 12 to 24 at some point, 12 to 20, and then more teams will have a chance to get in. But as of right now, if you're talking only 12 teams, it's going to be at least 9 of them will be from the Big Ten and SEC. And if you don't win, your conference, you have no other shot.
It has nothing to do with anything other than money. That's it. How can we make the most money? And they don't care. They don't care about tradition. They don't care about any of that other stuff. What's the best deal? Where are we going to get the most money? It doesn't matter. So what? Lose 4 games, 5 games. They're still going to outdraw the team that was undefeated. That's where we are. They don't care. And college football fans, this is in most places, a lot of these places, hate to break it to you, that's all they got.
That's all they got.
You know it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they got. What are you going to tell people? Don't go to the games in Tuscaloosa? Don't go?
West Virginia?
Alabama? No, drive and go to a Washington Nationals game from West Virginia. Right. No. This is all you have. So you're going to like it, whether you like it or not. What are you going to do? Rebel? Not go? Not buy tickets? Not watch? What are you going to do? Nothing. So that's why they treat you this way. You're going to make it where it doesn't matter. I remember, and I've said this to Rob G., in the old days, the Lloyd Carr days of Michigan, dude, they used to lose a game or 2 season. No, we wouldn't talk about them on Sports Talk Radio in Detroit. Like, sir, the season was over, right? You lose a game or 2. It was like, okay, college football season's over.
How bad the Lions going to be?
Yeah, because that's how it used to be. Like
games matter.
You almost had to win almost all the games. Maybe you have a loss or something. You know what I mean? Yep. And as soon as you lost, it was like, well, I don't know if we can really get there now or be number 1.
You got to start. Well, at least we can win and play. Good team in the Rose Bowl, and maybe
exactly. And that's what it used to be.
Yep.
And
I remember those years.
That's not what they wanted. Like, so what? So what? They got 3 losses. They're still better than any of these other teams that are undefeated or nobody will show up in this small school nobody cares about. Like, they don't care. Get the big boys in the room. That's all we want.
And you're going to have to, with the advent of the NIL and transfer portal, I will say some of these other schools, I mean, you can change your destiny very quickly. You get the right transfer guys and you get the right guys, throwing them a couple of bucks, you can change the trajectory of your program quickly. I mean, Indiana, I've started last year and then boom, now here they are.
Right, now, guys, if we agree that the SEC and the Big Ten are the two big dogs in college football, what is to prevent them, as you guys alluded to, from just saying, we don't need the NCAA. We're going to have our own playoff.
Nothing.
And we're just going to go from there.
They can do it any day now.
Just for additional context.
There is none.
For why I'm asking this question. Before the show, me and Rob were talking about the show and the rundown, how we're going to map this out. We're like, hey, what time do the rankings come out? Because they're going to determine where we're going to talk about it. And I screwed up because I looked at NCAA.com, and on their site it says rankings will be released at 8:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Guys, it is 8:30 right now, and the rankings have been out for an hour.
Right.
So the NCAA website doesn't even know how this is working right now.
Rob G, I'm going to be honest. When we just said we're going to do this, I was surprised because we had talked earlier. I thought it was later, that we were only going to be able to do it as the last 45, and then we would do a topic, tomorrow. So I was even surprised, and now, again, like, they don't have any power.
No, I mean, not to mention when you had these two real quick, and we want to get trash talking. When they start poaching,
we need to get there.
They can poach the teams. Right? Hey, Oklahoma's been Big 10, Big 12, that's just how you synonymous. You think of them. Come on over here. Oregon, it don't get no more Pac-12 than that. Hey, come on all the way over. USC, UCLA, come on over here to Big 10. Like, that even geographically doesn't even make sense. Like, you're going across the country. Once you start pulling like that, it's a wrap. And everybody else is going to be trying to get in. And you're going to have 50, 25, 25, and that's going to be the powerhouses of college. If you're not in that 50, you can't be in the real college championship.
All right, man, so let's get there, right?
877-99 on I'm fired up to talk. Let me start trash talking you. 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. Trash Talking Tuesday, you want to get in, it's your chance. 877-99 on Fox. Hit us up, Fox Sports Radio.
I have more confidence in the Broncos than ever before because they had no reason to win that game. They should not have won that game. Good teams find a way to win. I am now more convinced than ever that they're going to win the division. They're going to win the division and take it away from the Kansas City Chiefs, who coming in, they've owned that division, right, since Patrick Mahomes showed up. And now I am convinced Denver will win that division, and that is a great sign because it also means that there's a potential that the Chiefs might not even make the playoffs if Denver can beat them and put them in the spot where they are. Because remember, the Chargers are even ahead of the Chiefs. But I didn't go away from that feeling worse about Denver. I actually feel better about Denver. They had no business winning, and they did.
You're the only person on earth, including Sean Payton, Bo Nix, Dobbins, J.K. Dobbins, their running back, and every single person who's a Denver Bronco fan. How are you the one person who walked away from that feeling better? That's how I know you went home and watched your 25th time watching the reruns of Mason, of Matlock, of Golden Girls. There's no way you watched that game because it was terrible.
Did I not send you pictures of the game last night?
No, you just want him to buy the TV. That's all.
Yeah, no, I was watching.
He said, let me put a game on. He might tantalize and he might want the TV now.
No.
If I put Matlock on or Murder, She Wrote, he ain't going to want it.
I'm paying for Prime. Trust me, I'm watching the games.
No, all jokes aside, I hear what you're saying, and a win is a win. I get that. Like, we all have heard that. We know that. But there is a such thing as a win that we didn't even like. And when you start to have your coach, your quarterback, your running back, and other people come out and they're literally borderline crying that they feel bad for the defense, you heard Dobbins, man, we can't keep doing this to our defense. We can't keep – I feel bad. We owe them so much more. They keep playing great. We keep making them have to go out there and make play after play after play. And they have looked bad throughout the season and been a very confusing team. And also, I think what's making it more troubling, Rob, and again, I get what you're saying, win is when they're 8-2. The troubling thing is they were 10-7 last year. Bo Nix as a rookie, Sean Payton, he and him, their first year together. You thought they were going to take a bigger step year 2. They actually have taken steps backwards. The offense has regressed. Bo Nix looks worse. He's making more turnovers, making bad possessions, having bad drive after bad drive. And they've played the 6th easiest schedule, 6th easiest schedule this season. So a lot of those wins are against bad teams. And I also say, I hear what you're saying about winning division. However, when you look at the rest of their schedule, this is where it gets tricky for the Broncos, Rob, and why I get their frustration. One hand, hey, you applaud, we got to win. The reason why they're frustrated, Rob, is because they're saying next game for them, the 16th, they play the Chiefs. Then coming up a couple games later, they play the Packers. Then they play the Chiefs again. Then they close out against the Chargers. So they still have some big games against the same two teams that are near.
All they got to do is
division.
All they got to do is split those. They don't have to go 4-0.
Right, but I'm saying the idea is you're ready to play them.
Yeah, but you could play better. They have a bye, right? And then they're gonna
But you haven't. I think this is where Rob Parker sees it as. Oh, we're just winning. They're saying we're not playing good enough to beat the Chiefs. So we have to play them twice.
That's where I disagree. I don't think that those games are the same compared to the teams that they've played. You talked about the weak schedule. And sometimes that happens, but it tells you how good they are that they couldn't, because they're teams who have lost to really bad teams, right? Where there was no business they should have lost. So like when the Jets.
There's no way you watch the Broncos and think that I'm not saying they can't have a great defense. That is, we all came into the season knowing that.
But that's the part that I like, and they can only get better. They can't play worse than they've played.
It is The Odd Couple. He's Rob. I'm Kelvin on a Trash Talking Tuesday. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com. The way tire buying should be. Let's get to it. Trash Talking Tuesday.
Tight pants.
Don't you ever talk about me. It's Trash Talking Tuesday.
It's your teeth, Reggie. I don't know whether to smile at you or kick a field goal, man.
Okay, let's do it. Justin in New Mexico. You're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Justin?
fellas. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
What up, buddy?
Okay. Appreciate y'all guys, man. First off, I got 2 trash talks. I'm going to keep it real simple and quick, man. Rob, you should never be lifting anything, man. I appreciate you, brother, but you're too valuable to the game. Sit down, let them workers work, brother. You're too old for that, okay?
All right, I appreciate that.
It was like a backhanded compliment.
I know,
Like, we need you.
I ain't trying to get hurt.
We
I
need you, but then again, you're too old.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy. I appreciate it. Oh, did we lose him? He had a second
He said
one.
All right, Justin. I forgot what it was. It said something.
All right, Orlando in El Paso. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, Orlando?
Of course I'm trashing Rob and his damn bromance with Aaron Rodgers. Of course I'm trashing you, Rob. Just let it go, man. And I feel vindicated because I had called back in June, all right, and my wife at the time was pregnant. Now she gave birth to our beautiful twin boys.
Congratulations.
Ooh, twins.
Twins. Mazel.
Yeah. And the joke goes like this, Rob. She was nesting at the time and she said, honey, the dishwasher. And I said, Aaron Rodgers. And my wife said, just laughed and smiled. She knew Aaron Rodgers was nicely done and washed. Thank you.
Don't quit your day job.
He can't join you on the Second City?
No, not at all.
He can't hit you with the Laugh Factory?
Come on. I made my debut in Hollywood. And
the Laugh Factory? Where'd you go? Laugh Factory? I forgot what it was.
The Comedy Store.
Comedy Store?
Yeah. I mean, that's a big time. I was in a big time room.
That it is. That's major.
It was good. All right. MJ in New Orleans. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. Who you trashing, MJ?
Hall of Fame.
Oh, man. Your phone, man. Where are you, MJ?
MJ, man, you must drop your phone in the swamp down there.
Hold on. Let me get closer to the wire.
That's what you get for dropping your phone in a bowl of gumbo down there in New Orleans.
Not at all. Not at all. Hey, look, I'm trashing the Hall of Famers. First off, Jerry Rice was slinging Popeye's chicken and suiting up with the wing helmet. Y'all guys remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
Second of all, I'm trashing the newly Hall of Fame with Mr. Robert Jedediah Parker. Why? Because nowadays he's pocketing details. The recorder since 1986. He's now slinging details. Come on, Rob. You got to get a better deal to kind of push out to the public, man. Come on, man. We need you to do a little bit better, man. Come on.
Wait, hold on. You said he's slanging details? Woody, I couldn't hear you.
Yes. He's slanging details. Come on, man. We need you to do a little bit better, Rob. Come on, man.
I think he's saying you actually like diving into the details. You ain't just splashing rhetoric around here. You actually giving some facts? Is that what I'm hearing from MJ? I don't know what I'm hearing.
I didn't get that.
Rob
MJ's
G,
usually clear. Did you get that?
Yeah, Rob G, did you make sense of that for us, Rob G?
Yeah.
Because I know you were thrilled to
I
answer
only
those
heard
calls.
part of what he said.
I know you were thrilled.
No, I thought it was great that Rob guilted Alex into answering the phones. That was hilarious.
Can I try? No. It's my time to try.
Alex, did you answer?
Elijah, put the camera on me.
What?
I'm trashing you, Rob, and you, Rob. I need y'all to get y'all acts together. Okay, I'm sick of y'all. Get back to the happy days of feed each other pancakes in each other's buns. Okay, because I can't take this. No, on behalf of me and Thor, a.k.a. Alex, and Steve, you over there, he don't want to hear this, but dang it, we're tired of this. And Elijah. Who? Elijah. Okay? Y'all get over y'all little marital spat here.
What? Rob G, any chance he gets, he goes on Twitter and he rips on me. Who does that to somebody?
I did that once. I rip you in the group chat. That's different. I do it to your face.
You rip me on Twitter in front of like everybody, and then you do it in the group chat.
He does rip you in the group chat.
And then it's
I enjoy the group chat.
HRU to Elijah.
Great.
That's not even a rip. That's just a question. I'm sending it to Elijah. How are you, Elijah?
No, you're not. You're like Elijah.
And here's a link to Rob's initial take on Nico Harrison.
And thank you, Rob G, because I was over here trying to enjoy a nice little break with my family, because Rob is lighting up our group chat with daggone videos. I'm glad I wasn't here for this day. And So thank you, but now, matter of fact, I'm not trashing you anymore, Rob G. I take my trash back.
I'm trashing Rob Parker.
I'm trashing just Rob.
I'm trashing Rob, too, because Rob did a whole ass jingle about Caleb Williams. Like he ain't bottom 3 in completion percentage, bottom 10 in QBR. And the only teams he's beaten have been the bottom 5 in defense.
Sports has a short menu. And you know what? You didn't have that problem with Danny Dimes. Everybody talking about he's an MVP candidate. Go look and see who they beat. They haven't beaten anybody.
But he got some other good numbers.
Okay,
though.
no, they haven't beaten anybody. Nah,
he
you
got
can't
them
have
other
it
good
both
numbers.
ways.
Speaking of beating somebody,
Y'all
I'm about to beat everybody around this podcast.
Give the brother a chance. I'm about
beating everybody up.
I'm about the brother.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win. Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special. Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Manager of the Year is Cleveland's Stephen Vogt. He won it 17 votes to 10 over Toronto's John Schneider, and he'd won it last year, his first season as a manager. The NL Manager of the Year, guy who won it last year, the Brewers' Pat Murphy. In the NFL, Jaguars rookie Travis Hunter is out for the season after knee surgery. He was injured in practice 2 weeks ago. In the new college football playoff rankings, the top five stayed the same, led by number 1 Ohio State. To the NBA scoreboard, Toronto is leading at Brooklyn 66-56 early third. The Nets with a 1-9 record. The Knicks are undefeated at home this year and leading Memphis 81-61 early in the third. Philadelphia at home leads late second quarter against Boston 45-34, even though Joel Embiid is out again with a sore knee. The Mavericks fired GM Nico Harrison. And Michigan Wake Forest. College hoops tied in overtime. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
It is the Odd Couple. Oh, my God. Hour number 3?
Already?
Number 3.
And I got boxes still waiting for me. Oh, man.
Of what? Popeyes? How many you get? How many piece? 12 piece?
Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington.
I saw your billboard today, by the way.
What billboard?
The $6 meal at McDonald's. I thought of you.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, because I've been eating it.
Yeah, the burger, the nugget, the fry,
You can't beat it.
And you didn't tell me it came with a toy. You've been hiding out. You've been bearing a headline on us.
I've been holding on to toys. I got to stockpile some Christmas gifts for the kids.
Smart move. Rob G, you know what the girl's getting.
Right.
Oh, man.
Tomorrow's
going to be a rough day. All right, I got 5 on it. How much you got to make him make that go away?
I know. His go away file is too big.
And you know the best part?
And speaking of it, aches and pains can sneak into you. Can sneak in during a holiday hustle and bustle, or even if you're moving. That's right. Aleve can help you forget the pain and make happy memories instead. Just one pill. Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body relief so that you can keep moving. Use as directed.
Rob Parker, you're a perfect example of that.
You're going to be sore tomorrow. Oh, I already feel it. You didn't help with the sound, Rob. Come on, man.
Oh.
You did not help. And I just was, Alex, you summer gun, I was just telling my wife last night. I was like, and then Alex get the drops, and he'll be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm riding it. And then she's like, you got so stupid. And then you come over here and add another one.
Rob, when he wakes up in the middle of the night.
I got to figure out. All right, so this is another dilemma I have, real quick.
Yes.
And don't forget, you could also check out the podcast.
Yeah,
Rob G's working on it.
Allegedly. I don't know. Rob G cranky today.
Give us 5 stars, all that kind of stuff. So, in between moving.
Yes.
Where should I sleep tonight?
We're going to talk about it. I'm going to break it down for you. All right? Come on.
There we go.
As much as you think Wemby and the association, that is the funniest thing
Marcellus
you've ever done.
Parker.
That is the funniest thing.
Marcellus is going to break down the move. Marcellus, can you break down the move? Tell us.
We're going to talk about it. I'm going to break it down for you. Come on.
What would you do? All right, real quick. I just want to give me some insight.
I told you. All right, Alex, stop. Now go ahead.
What would you do?
I'm crying. Y'all are stupid, man.
Would you sleep in your old apartment that still has your bed set up, your old bed? Or would you sleep in a new apartment, but the new bed isn't set up, the mattress is on the floor? Those are my options for tonight.
Which one is not facing the sun, meaning won't annoy you in the morning? You know what I mean? Like you away from the sun.
No, they both are.
Okay, so you're doing them that way.
So
okay.
it's not like But I'm just saying, I think I'm going to sleep in the old bed only because it's kind of set up, even though everything's gone, the TV, you know.
See, but that could be creepy, a little lonely.
Everything's on.
That might scare you through weird noise, seeing stuff that, normally you used to, that might throw you off a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of, because there's
You didn't want to call her and be like, this the last night in the old spot?
We did all that.
Oh, okay, copy that.
Moving furniture.
All right. That's how you moving furniture. Copy that. That's how you threw your back out.
So what do you think? No? Should I sleep in the old place, just stay there because the bed's made, it's already set. The other bed's on the floor.
I'm team move forward.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm team move forward in life. You got your new place. This is the new Rob. Is this where this is it? Is this the last apartment
No.
in L.A.?
One more.
One more? All right.
So this will be like 3 years and then 2 years in a smaller apartment. That's it.
How much smaller are you about to get?
A studio. That'll be the last apartment.
In L.A.?
Yep. That's my last one.
So that's so
Damn, Rob Parker's struggling.
So
that's why we're here.
Yes, struggling big time.
No, he's just buying a big old huge penthouse in Manhattan.
No,
that's what
I just want to,
Rob said he wants to move into Sager Studio. He says the good space for him.
That's
stretch his legs out.
There's enough room there. That's all right. All right, whatever. All right, let's go here, Rob G.
This is what happens.
There's so much.
Wish we could record Alex.
I know,
because he done said some stuff. We just don't have we can't record him.
Right, we can't record him.
Because you done said some stuff.
And
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
That's why I said that. Doesn't that fit him? Right.
Yo, by the way, I heard. I know that's your favorite movie. That scene where those flying monkey thingy, that's scary 85, 100 years later.
A lot of kids grew up scared of that. Matter of fact, the woman, I forget her name right now. What was her name? Who played the witch?
Yeah. Fight for your life. Keep fighting.
Margaret Hamilton.
Okay.
Margaret Hamilton. She played the witch. She went on like Mr. Robinson's
Mr. Rodgers?
Rodgers' Neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because so many kids grew up afraid of her, and they wanted to, normalize her. Yeah, you know what I mean? Out of the makeup and all this to say, hey, it was just make-believe, and this is who she is. I saw that scene.
She was really sweet person. She played it too well.
Yeah, that was, and a lot of people growing up, I remember that, like The Witch and the color and everything, and it's my all-time favorite movie.
Yeah. All right, let's get to this for Rob G. Swing on us.
Yes.
No, that was a good conversation. I like that.
Yeah.
That was good.
All right. Never know what you.
Still writing it. It's okay. All right. So
unbelievable.
Big story of the day.
Rob G, that's a nice Raiders shirt there.
Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. I'm getting compliments on the YouTubians from this shirt, actually.
Where'd
they said that the fact that I can wear this knowing that my team sucks says a lot.
No, that's got to be full gym shirt now. Meaning you don't mind sweat, ripped
be a
up,
car wash shirt at this
stuff
point.
Stains on you. That's car wash. That's a daddy got to do some stuff around the house.
Yeah. But big news of the day.
When I was in Saks Fifth Avenue, when I saw that shirt, I was like, that's fair.
Thanks, Rob.
Okay.
They left the price tag on. He said, I paid $85 for that shirt. Don't look at the red
He left the red. The
You know
red
what?
said $8.50.
Now, that's the one thing I never do. Like,
No.
I'm not into leaving a price tag.
Yeah.
But if there is a sales sticker, that's coming off.
Again, big story of the day. The Dallas Mavericks have fired GM Nico Harrison 9 months after that disastrous Luka Doncic trade. And now we talked about in hour one, like how much blame does he deserve? Was he scapegoated?
Yeah.
Now we're looking forward. So what's next for the Dallas Mavericks? If you look at their cap sheet, they got two very highly paid, highly injured stars in Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving. They have what could be or should be the next, quote unquote generational prospect in Cooper Flagg. And they only control the rights to their own first round pick this season. And they don't do so again until 2031. So, guys, in the post-Nico era, what's the plan for the Mavs?
The plan is everybody can go. I would like to keep – clearly Cooper ain't going nowhere. But I would like to keep P.J. Washington and just that you got to have somebody who can score a ball a little bit. I like that. And I would like to keep Lively, right? Have me a nice big who can play a little defense, change some shots, affect things at the rim, and then obviously, be a part of that tip dunk – offensive rebound guy. Rest of that, everybody can go. I don't want to. It's not optimal. You not have a star like an AD or Kyrie, but the fact of it is, hence for the rest of their careers, I just don't know their availability. Kyrie Irving is one of the most special players we've ever seen talent-wise, complete just skill-wise. Often injured, stuff's going on. There was the COVID year and just stuff. So there's always, you just don't know the reliability. of Kyrie Irving. Talent-wise, we know if he just was going to play 80 games, 75 games, you knew what he was going to get great. Same thing with Anthony Davis. Two-way player. I know exactly what I'm getting on both ends of the floor when he's healthy, when he's rolling, but I don't have a creator right now. I don't have guys who can get the ball. I don't have guys who can make it easier for other people. D'Angelo Russell ain't that, and he never has been that. That's just not his skill set. His skill set is really more of a come off the bench and get you a bucket kind of guy. So to me, I'm willing to start over. New general manager coming in. You got your new rookie in Cooper Flagg who needs to get things going, and let him just have this year to figure it out. Figure it out. Get shots up, play defense, figure out the pacing of the NBA, figure out the competitiveness of the NBA, the physicality of the NBA. Figure it all out. We're going to keep a couple pieces around, and then I'm moving. I'm fielding calls. How much you want? Who wants what for Anthony Davis? Kyrie will be back end of the year, early next year. Who wants what for Kyrie? Who wants this person? Because Klay Thompson's washed. AD's often injured. Kyrie's often injured. And Cooper Flagg is finding his way. So to me, I'm open for business. To me, you just have to be. I'm hitting a hard reset, building around Cooper, building around, whoever the new general manager is going to be, and finding our way, our thing, our identity. Because you can't do anything with the rest of these guys. To me, I don't like to construct it into what avail? To what avail? The Western Conference is loaded. What, be the 9th seed every year for the next couple of years?
Totally disagree. I think that you could have, because you have the young star, you got the first overall pick, who's supposed to be a star, you could try to go along with what you have, hope these guys can get healthy, make a run. He becomes the bridge to take you into that next, because you already got your guy. You don't need the tank to get your guy. You have your guy already. If you had old guys without Cooper Flagg, then I would agree with you. You already have them. You're not going to get better than what you just got. So you have your guy. So the idea is to be able to let these guys get healthy. Let's see what we can do, right? Let's see if we can make a run with this. And if not, then as you get rid of pieces and move forward, then you could start to complement him, and then you have a bridge between us being viable with a young superstar in the making, star, whatever you want to call him. Plus, you have a guy who's won you got guys who have won NBA championships. So, right, maybe some of that rubs off on him on how to win. He's around those kind of guys. Putting him around a bunch of young guys trying to all grow together, it can work once in a while, but it doesn't work often. So I'm just saying, when you have a guy already and you luck out and have that, and yet I just think about it like Tim Duncan, when Tim Duncan was able to go there with David Robinson, right?
But that was a fortunate – like, they weren't as bad as getting that number one pick.
No, but he was hurt, and they did. But I'm just saying, you wound up being able to have both. You know what I mean? Tim Duncan was obviously your future, but you had David Robinson, and you didn't go, okay, we got Tim Duncan now. Let's get rid of David Robinson.
I
and
love
let's
your
start
example.
moving on forward.
I'll one up your example with your own example. When you were them and then you start to get Tony Parker becomes a guy, and then you go get a Kawhi. The difference is, to me, a couple of things. One, you just can't have guys that you're talking about that are always injured. Like Anthony Davis is and it's only going to get worse. He's getting older. It's not like you got him at 23 and you say, well, we don't know. No, we know, and it's only going to get worse. Kyrie Irving, it's only going to get worse. And so the reason why, when you start to look at the teams that have had success over the last 10 years or so, it's guys who grew together. It's drafting Steph, drafting Klay, drafting Draymond, drafting Harrison Barnes, and then you running around. Obviously, Harrison Barnes will leave.
How did Toronto win its championship?
They had a core group of guys, and then
they
went and got
couldn't win
Kawhi.
with that. But they couldn't win with that core. If
LeBron wasn't there, they might have been able to win.
But that core, they didn't win.
LeBron was hating on them.
That core didn't win. And so did you talk about, okay, Philadelphia did that. They had all these high draft picks. They put them all together. Trust the process. Did they win? They couldn't even get to the conference. They couldn't even get there.
And then I go back to the Celtics. Again, you had your core. They had a run. They got to a couple finals. They won one. And you just, to me, I'm looking at, now let's not even talk about Oklahoma City Thunder as far as you got some core. You got a great young Trey. I can't believe the Clippers gave up SGA. And so my point is, just find your things. Make a couple of trades. Get some young pieces and build so you can build towards your future. And utilize, the next 10, 12 years that you got Cooper Flagg, whatever it will be, and maximize that. Pair him up with some guys that he can grow with, build with, and fight with. Get their lumps and bruises, as the Splash Brothers and Draymond did, and the Celtics did. You got to go through some things in the NBA. We all know that. So get some Cooper Flagg, pair him up with a couple of young good guys. One could be a little older, 25, 26, you definitely need somebody in their prime. And then let's go through some things. Let's go lose a couple of times in the playoffs, then the Western Conference Finals, and get to a final. To me, that's what I'm doing. I'm not hoping the guys who are always injured don't get injured. That's what I'm not in the business of doing.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. And should the Mavs tear it down? That's what Kelvin wants to do. Trade AD, trade Kyrie.
Tear it down.
Fly Cooper Flagg out of town. Is that what you want?
You
do
went too
all
far.
that?
See, you went too far.
Okay, we'll continue that conversation next with you.
Relax.
Because I think he's a loco. What's the name of that chicken restaurant?
Don't act like you ain't got stock in it.
El Loco Pocolo? What is it?
Sound like what my daughter would say.
We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless Marcellus Parker knows what to do in the US of A.
Gosh.
Williams had another comeback win, his fourth of the season, his fifth since the end of last season, both the most in the NFL.
7-3 in his last 10 games.
7-3. He's looking really, really good. Now, his passing numbers, 20 of 36, 220 touchdown, not great, but his receivers were credited with 6 drops. So take that into account.
In the middle of the game, there was one throw he threw in the end zone. Did you see that one? Rob G.
Zacchaeus just right off his hands.
Yeah. Like I'm not. It would have been a great catch, yeah. But was it catchable for an NFL wide receiver?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But where he really showed out and where he really made his money was in the fourth quarter, especially with his legs. 52 yards on the ground in the fourth quarter, including the game-winning touchdown run. After the game, had his head coach Ben Johnson speaking glowingly of his quarterback.
He looks like a Houdini back there in the backfield because, like I said, that's a really good pass rushing front that they've given a lot of teams fits. I think Burns is leading the NFL in sacks, and so there are times where he's trying to escape and making some things happen. He had a couple throws down the field, but like you said, over 50 yards again rushing for the second week in a row. And I thought in the fourth quarter there, we really needed that as a shot in the arm to end up winning that ball game. So credit to him.
No doubt about it. One of his teammates yelled greatness in the background, which was cool. You know what I mean? He got the game ball, and he just put his head down and worked. He's not listening to all the noise. And there's just an anti, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. A lot of people don't like him because he's a different cat.
That's all.
And you notice in football, they want you to be the same. They want you to be a robot.
Yeah.
They want you to live and breathe football. Nothing else matters. They don't want you to paint your nails.
Yeah.
They don't want you to cry to your mom. All that. It should be about, can you play?
Yeah.
Like nothing else. I just don't understand. You know, like you can talk about the Bears haven't had a quarterback since Sid Luckman, okay? Like they've had a quarterback forever and a day.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you want to just sit here and keep well, you know, Cam Newton was spouting today, oh, you shouldn't be down. Well, which one is it? When Aaron Rodgers and in Green Bay didn't have a lot of comeback victories because he was always ahead, they used that as he can't come back. Mm-hmm. Then Tom Brady had a lot of comeback. They used that as a positive. Oh, look, Tom Brady, man, when push comes to shove, he always bails out the team.
Right.
Which one is it? Caleb doesn't throw interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
And if you force him, he stayed. And I watched. He was in the pocket.
Yeah.
And when he had to get out of the pocket, he got out of the pocket and made big plays. I think he's developing nicely. I'm not saying he's the next coming of anybody. I just think that he's progressing nicely. What don't you like from the stuff that you see.
Well, Rob, he's a victim of expectations, right? I mean, people were saying he was going to be the best draft prospect at the quarterback position since whoever the last great was, right? That's what
since the Louisiana Purchase was in escrow.
Right. So that's he's fallen victim to that. But also he's fallen victim to the thing that you just said, and I think you hit it on the head, is people don't like him. They think he's different. He isn't the quarterback from your grandfather's day when he got the bloody face and he got the picture of his elbow all scraped up and he's gritty and he's the guy that can go win you a game that way. He's not that guy. He's a guy that, like you said, he's progressed, I think, at a pace that people thought is a little bit slow for their taste, and that's fine. But when your head coach, who openly criticized you at the beginning of the year, has changed his tenor on you and said, no, he's progressing at a really nice rate right now, and we like what he's doing. And now the teammates are speaking openly about him as well.
Yes.
Now, he's won over their locker room, and he has the goods to get it done.
I don't know. You know this, Kerry. You got games you're about to lose.
Yeah.
And this dude is coming up with big throws and winning games.
Yeah.
Winning.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. Sports has a short menu. Wins and losses. Nothing else, Kerry. You don't leave the locker room during your Jets days or Cardinals days and go, well, good thing we only lost by 5. Nobody, because I hear people say that. Well, they're getting better. Yeah, they only lost by 5. No.
For The Athletic, going to help us break down what happened to Nico. It's been a crazy 6-7 months or so. Went from the trade to now, of course, losing his duties. We'll get to that in a little bit. YouTube, check it out. We got the brand new YouTube. If you're not watching, what are you doing? What are you waiting on? You can watch us while we simulcast on radio and on YouTube. All you got to do is search the Odd Couple FSRs, Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Subscribe, like, thumbs up, share, all that good stuff. Greatly appreciate it, so please check us out when you get a chance. All right, take a couple calls here, 877-99 on Fox. Question was simple. What do you do now? Nico's gone. Luka's gone. You kind of got to move forward. What do you do? I say, man, eventually I'm fielding calls. I'm trying to blow this thing up. I'm trying to get a couple of years of rebuilding.
Yeah, you don't sound like you have a job as a general manager.
I'm not.
Or you're not buying tickets.
Wait. No, because you was Nico. You ain't got a job.
No.
No. You were Nico, so you don't have a job.
You always sound like somebody who doesn't sell tickets or understand that this is a business. You
wait.
Listen to me.
I'm sorry. Your arena was filled with Laker jerseys.
Listen to what I'm trying to say.
What are you talking about? General Manager Parker?
No, you act like it's not a business. Like, hey, come back in 5 years. We'll get our coach. We'll find our guy, and we'll just be bad. And don't worry about it. That's not how it works. I don't care how bad you are. That's not how it works. It's a business. You can't scrap everything. You can't do that.
You do realize if you are able to push through and then you can be good for 5 to 10 years, how great that is for business? You do know that's a part of business.
No, that's
sometimes?
not. You're still trying the whole time. You can never throw in the towel, okay?
You keep your LinkedIn page ready too, General Manager Parker.
Sean
we got
in Sacramento, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Sean?
Yo, my uncle from another mother. Cousin Kelvin, my brother's behind the board. Rob G, man, you about to catch Rob P in this weight loss challenge, bro. Out here, keep popping up, out here looking skinnier and skinnier. That we go, we better be paying you, bro.
Yeah, you might as well get a sponsorship, Rob G. Low key. What you waiting on?
Hey, on the sponsorship tip, MJ in the Odd Mob clarified what he was saying. It was because Dr. Robert Jedediah Parker is slinging ED pills like Jerry Rice was slinging wings. So he was getting on your
We couldn't hear him for some reason. We couldn't hear him.
What's wrong? I don't understand. Is it really hard to sling pills?
Well, don't say that right now. That's the issue.
Hey, Rob.
Clearly they working.
If they paying you to use something you're already using, why not? Am I right?
God.
Wait, Sean, do you know something I don't know?
Sean.
I've been waiting for my,
Yeah, just stop right now.
You better quit.
You got 5 more years.
Warning, Rob.
Caution.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Caution.
Real
Rob,
quick on this tip,
caution.
though, man. There you go, Alex. Real quick on this tip, I'm not all the way there with you, Kelvy. I agree. I would make moves while you can. I think them firing Nico was just to get the fans off their back. They was chanting "Fire Nico" in restaurants. They were hollering "Fire Nico" at Chuck E. Cheese. It was going around the entire city. So they just had to get rid of that.
Kelvin remembers this, Sean, when Matt Millen during his it was at Michigan games. It was at everywhere. Everywhere. It didn't matter. A Red Wings game, fire Millen, they would just be chanting during the game.
They had nothing to do with nothing. It'd be the local news in the background. Camera operator.
Fire Millen.
That's right. Breaking news.
So the owners got rid of that stigma, and so I don't know what you could get. Maybe try to get Ja out of Memphis and try to see what he could do if you could get rid of that walking injury AD. I mean, my man gets hurt stretching in the morning. But other than that, I don't think you should get rid of Kling. Not Kling. I don't think you should get rid of the rookie. I don't think you should get rid of Kyrie once he's back. You got a good base, but just build around it, man. You can't let the fans down like that and wave the white flag.
That's why I told you I'm open for calls. I'm saying if you call me and you got a good deal for Kyrie, well, dang it. Let me hear it. You call me, you got a great deal for AD? Well, dang it, all day we can do it. Call me with a great deal. I am open for business. Who next?
Chili Tim in Atlanta. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Tim?
Hey, what up, Rob? What up, Calvin?
How you? You mad, Chili?
Chili sound like she said, and I'm tired of it. Go in the basement. Like he done had like he got cats in the basement.
No, I'm being chilly tonight, but I guess we'll make it 2 for 2. Kelvin, I can't believe you actually want to scrap it. That's like that's crazy. I mean, you already, if you do that, like Rob is saying, it's a business. What are you leaving for the fans? I mean, you got to at least play out to the end of the year and see what you have. You knew at the beginning of the season that Kyrie was going to not be back even until the All-Star break.
Right.
So you already knew what you had. I think you just got to kind of play it out, because if you do what you're talking about, Kelvin, and Cooper Flag develops that culture of losing, I mean, you could break that dude within a 2-year span and just, like, kill him. So I say build around what you got. Like Sean said, you got a pretty decent team around.
And don't forget this, Tim. There were people who were saying, like, they thought they had a championship contending team.
Y'all know I wasn't.
Okay, you weren't, but there were people, I'm just saying, given, like, if everybody would have to be healthy, and then you, with the addition of Cooper Flag, and if Kyrie, you know, like
how many ifs you want me to give you in Chile?
But that's
too many ifs.
No, but I'm just saying, people were saying that going into this season. I'm not saying I said it.
And I was mad at everybody then. I'm mad at y'all. And y'all know I was mad at you. Every time we would get a caller, you're right, that would come in, I'm big on the Mavericks.
But you were last year, you were like big on the Lakers and LeBron and what you call it. So last year you thought they were going to make a run. I sat here next to you, and you were like, well, who would you pick in the West? Well, LeBron. I'll take LeBron and Luka over anybody.
Yeah,
did you say that?
I did. What that got to do with
no,
Dallas?
No, but I'm just saying.
What that got to do with Dallas?
All I'm saying
is. No, I don't want you throwing up random stuff.
No, I'm
what
not.
What they got to do with Dallas?
I'm telling you that, yes, people can be wrong, but you could be wrong, too.
No, I ain't never wrong.
Yes, you're wrong.
I'm only wrong with NFL pick'ems. That's the only time I'm wrong. All right, on the way, we got Christian Clark. We will ask him some of these questions. I did have a good week, Rob G. Tell me that in a minute. Christian Clark on the way right now. Steve DeSager. What is Trinity?
Guys, the NBA just announced a new format for this year's All-Star Game. In mid-February, it's going to be at the Clippers Arena in Inglewood, and it'll be the U.S. against the world. 2 U.S. teams, one with international players in a round-robin tournament. Total of 4 12-minute games that day. They're still going to have 24 total NBA All-Stars, 12 from each conference. On the NBA slate tonight, end of 3, Toronto leading at Brooklyn 89-81. The Nets are not only winless at home so far, they're 1-9 overall. Under 10 minutes to go, New York, undefeated at home, is leading 117-101 over Memphis. Philadelphia early third quarter ahead of Boston 53-49, and Philly's Joel Embiid is out again with a sore knee. Boston enters with a 5-6 record. The Mavericks fired general manager Nico Harrison. Suns guard Jalen Green will miss at least 4 to 6 weeks with a strained hamstring. In college basketball, number 6 Michigan won in overtime against Wake Forest 85-84. 10th-ranked Florida defeated Florida State 78-76. Right now at 12th-ranked Louisville, Cardinals ahead of number 9 Kentucky 72-58 with about 13 minutes to go. And there's a game on FS1, top 20 matchup at Illinois, home team leading Texas Tech late first half 39-32. Among the 9 NHL games, LA Kings lead with 5 minutes left at Montreal 4-1. In the new college football playoff rankings, the top 5 stayed the same, led by number 1 Ohio State. Texas Tech is up to number 6. Texas up to number 10 in the country. Jacksonville Jaguars rookie Travis Hunter is out for the year after knee surgery. Free agent defensive back Asante Samuel Jr. will sign with the Steelers practice squad. The American League Manager of the Year is Cleveland's Stephen Vogt. The NL Manager of the Year, the Brewers' Pat Murphy. They each won this award last year. The big MLB award results continue this week with the Cy Young winners on Wednesday, MVPs on Thursday. They named Rookies of the Year yesterday. Back to you.
Steve, have a great night. Appreciate it. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on the Trash Talking Tuesday. Aches and pains where they can still come up and sneak up on you during the holiday hustle and bustle. Aleve can help you forget the pain and make happy memories instead with just one pill. Aleve provides, that's right, up to 12 hours of body pain relief so that you can keep it moving. Please use as directed. We are joined now by Christian Clark, Dallas Mavericks reporter for The Athletic, Christian P. Clark on X. Christian, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, guys, I'm doing great.
Doing great. All right, let's just jump straight to it. Do you get the big news? Any surprise to you that Nico will be relieved of his duties? Maybe was it early? Did you think it was going to happen at all?
Or is this to pacify the fans in this terrible start?
Yeah, I would say my antenna was up as early as Friday. The Mavericks were in Memphis playing the Grizzlies. The final result didn't look that bad, but they were down by 34 points in that game. I mean, really, it was just a terrible performance. You know, they started the season poorly. They looked horrible on the offensive end. You know, they were 30th on offense for much of the first 10 games. And I had heard after that game, on Friday in Memphis, hey, look, don't, it's going to happen at some point. Like, we wanted to see Nico's vision, but we've seen enough in these first 10 games basically to just say, like, it's not panning out right now. There's been a lot of public embarrassment. Like, this is probably going to happen. And then Patrick Dumont comes in town on Monday, and they do the deed on Tuesday.
So did Aaron Glenn tell you to ask Rich Samini about this, or about the information? No, I'm just kidding.
So stupid. Let Aaron Glenn be at the crib.
I'm
like,
sorry.
what did I do now, Rob?
I'm sorry, Christian. I couldn't help it. What's going on? We already know the team is bad, off to a terrible start, 3-11 or whatever. The Cooper Flag thing has me befuddled, really, and I can't figure it out. He's a point guard now, or what's going on here with Cooper Flag, and whose idea is this?
It was Jason Kidd who decided, hey, well, look, we're going to put the ball in Cooper Flag's hands. We're going to make him the de facto point guard. I mean, really, it was Cooper Flag and P.J. Washington doing a lot of the ball handling for the Mavericks the first 7 games. They tried it. It was not working out. And for these past few games, they've started a traditional point guard. They tried D'Angelo Russell, and then they've tried Brandon Williams. And I think they're going to continue rolling with the traditional point guard. I think it's going to be Brandon Williams for the time being. I just think that was too much for Cooper, and I think, people are like, oh my gosh, he was inefficient his first 10 games. Like, well, he's got no shooting around him. He's 18 years old. I mean, what do you expect? Look at LeBron's numbers when he's 18. He wasn't efficient, and again, there's just no shooting around him. So, look, at least putting Brandon Williams around helps a little bit. I thought last night was like by far the best game I've seen him play in the NBA so far. I thought he was, excellent against the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, I think you mentioned it. Sometimes we're going to forget it, and it's a disadvantage to a lot of these young guys who come in one and done. They're 18, they're 19, and you're not really going to get into your groove to your 22, 3, 4. But let me ask you this. We just had a topic of what do you do now, right? Nico's gone. Luka's been gone since last season. You're trying to move forward. What do you think they do? They just ride this thing out? Are they going to field calls for somebody like an Anthony Davis or Gafford or Lively or Kyrie if he were healthy? Or are they going to say, no, this is the squad, let's ride it out?
Yeah, look, I think you're asking the really interesting question. Today they named Matt Riccardi and Michael Finley as co-interim GMs. They said we're going to conduct, a wide-ranging search for Nico Harrison's permanent successor. I think the answer to your question depends on who do they hire and what's their vision. I think that's something that they're going to be gathering information on as they go through this process of hiring, Nico Harrison's successor, because it's a tricky problem. I mean, you have Cooper Flag and you got these aging veteran stars, but you do not control your own first-round picks from 2027 to 2030. So how are you going to continue to strengthen the roster around Cooper Flag as he approaches his prime?
Exactly.
I think it's a difficult team-building problem.
I don't understand the GM or whatever. They couldn't pick a guy. Ownership doesn't sound good to me. What do they say? When you have 2 girlfriends, that means that neither one of them is pretty good. What is that?
Yeah, I mean, look, those, Michael Finley was number 2 in the front office. Matt Riccardi was the number 3 in the front office. You've got kind of the, classic former player, and then you've got the, like the high school player who's worked in the front office for a long time and steadily worked his way up. I'm not that concerned about it. I think Patrick Dumont is going to be heavily involved in a lot of these decisions. I don't think they're going to be doing anything earth-shattering. If they're making an Anthony Davis trade, I don't think the co-interim GMs are going to be doing that. That's just my read on the situation right now. I mean, I think the really difficult problems you hold off on that for whoever you decide to hire full time.
Christian Clark, Dallas Mavericks reporter, The Athletic, our guest now with the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Christian, I want to go here. What's it like there? Are the fans resilient? Are they still in? Are they not showing up to games? Are they still ticked off about Luka? What's it like for the fan base there?
The Mavericks have a fantastic fan base. They're a passionate fan base. Here's the kind of support the fans have been giving Cooper Flag early on. Before Cooper Flag's first name, when the national anthem was being sung, the fans chanted "flag" in unison. When they get to that part of the national anthem, they've been doing that every time. Like they show love for their guys, and they showed hate for Nico Harrison, and it wasn't going away. And really, like, this was a unique situation because the fan anger was not going away. I mean, Nico Harrison almost got fired because just that fan sentiment was not fading away. Like, it was an untenable situation.
Do the fans know that he can't make that trade without approval from ownership? I get it. It's easy, but he didn't make that trade. Come on. They didn't want to pay him. Like Christian, what am I missing? Really? He made the trade on his own?
I actually totally disagree with that.
So he made the trade on his own. He just went to ownership and decided that he's going to trade away a 5-time first All-NBA player at 25 years old? I can't believe that.
Look, here's what I would say. Mary Madison has $32 billion. Paying Luka the Supermax, that's actually a drop in the bucket if you look at her net worth. Like, she's not Steve Ballmer, Wolfie, but she's rich. The Mavericks are almost a second apron team this year. Like, the Mavericks have an extraordinarily expensive payroll. Have you looked at how much Anthony Davis is making? Mm-hmm. Like, Anthony Davis makes a ton of money. I think, look, Patrick Dumont, yes, he had to sign off on this. Yes, he obviously played a part in this. This does not get done without Patrick Dumont.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That the ownership could stop it if they didn't want to trade him. If they thought to themselves, what are you doing? Not only are we not trading him, we're firing you. How's that? Like, if that's ownership. I just don't believe that one day he woke up. We saw the video of them taking a beer out of a grown man's hands after he celebrates going to the NBA Finals. That there weren't some deeper stuff, Christian, that's just that maybe people don't want to report or talk about, but there's got to be more. It can't be just Nico. I get it. He's the general manager. He's the face. Come on, man. There's something more. No?
I don't think you have a clear read on the situation. I think
you're down there, but it doesn't sound like it. Doesn't make sense to me. Just on paper, just on talent, it can't be a trade about talent. It doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think that Nico Harrison maybe is not a sound talent evaluator.
So when they got to the NBA Finals, he didn't know what he was doing then either, right? Come on, man. Which one is it?
I think that he does not understand the value of a shot creating guard in today's NBA. I think he thought Luka was a much less valuable, worse player than he actually was.
No, that's a shame. That'll get you fired, right there.
I don't know how they got to the finals. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't even know what to do. He had Luka on his team, and they're going, and he's the first team All-Pro for 5 years in a row, and he thinks he's no good. Okay.
I don't know. He must have tried to pull a sandwich out of his mouth, and he got mad or something. They got into it.
Yeah.
Christian,
go watch that video,
you,
Christian, of the beer that they took away from him. Michael Finley, who's now in charge. And find out what that was, because I don't know who takes a beer away from a grown man. I don't even understand it.
Was that Christian?
Michael Finley. Yeah, look, Nico Harrison is he's a health nut. His guy's always drinking
that's what it was.
Water. Look,
dude, they were splashing champagne on everybody else. What are you talking about? The health nut?
Can he go, Rob?
Okay, Christian. All right, have a great day.
Thank you, Christian. Appreciate it, man. Now, you can yell at me now. What else were you saying?
I'll yell at him, too.
No, I know you will, but I'm saying we got to go. All right, last call on the way, 877. You're going to have Christian calling back for last call. Like another thing I was trying to say before you came interrupted
Rob G just goes. He just scratched Christian off the list.
877-99 on Fox.
What? He wasn't giving us anything. He's going to act like Nico Harrison doesn't know anything about basketball.
He gave you something. You just didn't like what he gave you. That's the problem. You wanted to send it back, return to sender.
I was trying to hear what he was trying to say.
Why are you always taking other people's sides?
I was trying to
say he gave you something. You didn't like what he gave you.
You should have said, yeah, Rob, hang up on that guy.
Yeah, Rob, hang up on that guy.
And see, Alex understands what I'm...
877-99 on Fox.
I'm here for the fans and the listeners.
Christian, call back.
You know what? If you want to go on a milquetoast show and they agree with everything that you say,
Fox
go ahead
Radio.
and do it. There's plenty of shows.
Why does this get you so fired up? Christian was just trying to tell you it's more than meets the eye. That's all I was trying to tell you.
Have you ever seen a video of them taking a beer from a grown
Michael
man?
Finley. Luke was like, yeah. And Finley said, give me that.
Was that after they won?
I think it was after they won the West Conference Finals to go to the finals. Yeah,
and he can't celebrate.
No, That mean they had him on a diet, son. A caloric diet. You can't have more calories or carbs than this. Oh, yeah, by the way, Fox Sports Radio.
You know how big this thing was?
There was big news you could use in the NFL when this afternoon, not to my surprise, someone lost their gig, Rob G.
Yeah, Rob, you're never wrong. You're just early. That's what I figured out.
Always.
This kind of stuff.
Hey, I was early on this one.
2 weeks after Rob Parker demanded that he be fired, the New York Football Giants have decided to cut ties with head coach Brian Daboll. 1 day after they blew a 10-point lead in the last 4 minutes of a game for the second time this season. All right, they've now blown 4 games when leading by double digit this season. They have lost 11 straight road games. It was all bad for Brian Daboll. And that's not the only reason. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Jackson Dart, prized rookie quarterback, first-round draft pick. He looks very, very good. Everyone's very excited about him. Entered into the concussion protocol for the 4th time already this season.
In 6
and
games?
he was officially diagnosed with a concussion. We'll see if he plays this week.
All right.
But that is the big story. Brian Daboll out in New York.
Yeah.
Kerry, I called for it 2 weeks ago. And even more after yesterday's game. Because it's not, okay, we can talk about the losses, the double-digit leads and the fourth quarters and the implosions. And, I mean, come on. They had the Bears beat. They couldn't close the deal. And Caleb Williams played well. But they should have won that game, okay? The Giants didn't win the game. But my reason is because of the way he's handled Jackson Dart. Like, that's the – when you look at it, here's a desperate coach playing for his gig.
Yeah.
He's designing plays for this kid to run into – to the defense and lower his shoulder and all this stuff. You remember he was in the tent yelling at the doctor, get him back out of there, whatever. Give him some smelling sauce, whatever it is. Like, get him out there.
Yeah.
That's the other part of it. That's the dangerous part. No, stop with the design plays for him to run, and you have to be able to coach him to understand you don't have to get every yard carry. You don't have to lower your shoulder and go into a defender. It's okay to get the necessary yards and get out of bounds or slide down to avoid. It's a long game, a long-term game as a quarterback.
Yeah.
It ain't about another yard or two for you to take a big hit. It makes no sense. I would have said, Jackson Dart, do you understand why in practice you have on a special jersey and people know not to touch you? There's a reason for that. All right? If it didn't matter, they wouldn't do that. Am I right?
Right.
My God. Brian Daboll, I told you 2 weeks ago, pack your bags. The only bad thing is the general manager should have gone too. I don't know what they're waiting on that.
Yeah.
But this had to happen. The way he's handled Jackson Dart and the losing and not being able to close out games.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Enough already.
Yeah, the losing won't be tolerated with the Giants. Obviously, they've been, bad the last 3 years. Had a lot of success in that franchise, though, right? And so they won't stand for it. But with Brian Daboll, it's such a funny thing. Like, the NFL and life in general is such a fickle proposition, right? They lost 4 games leading by double digits, right?
Yep.
If they won those games, we wouldn't be having these conversations, right? So obviously there's some mishandling with what he's doing in game situations.
Right, for you to get a lead, for you to have a 10-point lead.
Exactly.
It's different if you get blown out, Kerry.
Yeah.
And you can't, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, you're just overmatched.
Yeah,
All
no,
right,
and that's
we can accept that.
That's part of it, right? So operation-wise, something is off.
Drink, and I woke up disrobed.
Thank you for that. Fox Sports Radio, it is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington.
What Christian Clark from The Athletic.
Yeah, what is your issue with Christian Clark?
It's all good. He's a reporter. I'm just asking questions. I respect the job of a reporter and what he's doing.
I don't know, based off of that last.
It's always good, though, to get press sometimes.
But I was trying to hear what he was, because you were asking some good questions, fair questions, and he was giving you some answers. You just didn't. I
didn't want to hear him.
You've never admitted. I'm so glad you admitted that, because usually you would be like, "No, it's just that people don't understand it." Blah, 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 blah. You admitted it. I just didn't want to hear. Okay, I appreciate that. It is the Odd Couple. Getting a new job can be so much easier with Express Employment Professionals. With Express, you're going to have a local connection to the job market. Get started at expresspros.com to find a location near you. That is www.expresspros.com. It's time now for Last Call.
This is the Last Call.
It's last call time on the Odd
Couple. Who we got? I was about to. All right, you got some bars coming.
Art in Glendale, Arizona. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio, and you are the last call. What's up, Art?
Man, greetings and salutations. Uncle Rob.
Yes. How are you?
Cousin Kev. I'm blessed and highly flavored.
Amen.
We appreciate you. Thanks for the support of the radio show.
Always listen. Every day. Listen to me, though. I cannot even grill you. I was trying to fill something to grill you on, but the dude that was on the call the last time, man, you fried, died, and laid him to the side like a Fred Sanford perm.
Ain't nothing but ultra perm. Oh, shoot.
I was just trying to get at it. Like, come on, man. Like,
he couldn't come with you. Was spitting facts. Kev, help me out.
That's all I was trying. I was just trying to.
This is how I went. I'm telling you, Nico's doing this and doing it. Well, tell me why. Well, Rob, I actually if you would, so I think considering that, no, because he's trying to go. Well, so now he ain't a 5-time All-NBA. Well, no, he's actually really good. But no, so he was trying to tell you what the answer was. You ain't like it,
Rob G.
I was wrong.
Did he text you back yet?
No, he ain't never.
No, he has not texted me back.
He's got a new baby. He's just been tired.
No, they gonna ask him. You ever come back? He gonna hit us with the magic, Rob G. I ain't gonna be there.
Rob G. How many people have text you and said, "Nah, I'm not."
Oh, we got like 10 that have said, "Nah, I ain't coming on anymore."
Because of Kelvin?
Yes.
Yep.
Kelvin Washington.
It was 9 before, and now we have 10.
Yeah, we got one.
Oh, it was 9 before?
Yeah.
How many with Chris? 24.
Well, the names will surprise you when I tell you off the air. People won't want to come on.
I'll make sure.
Really? I'm mad now. You better tell me, because then I'm going to rip these people.
The point is he's trying to tell you in jest and tell you in secrecy.
I want you to
can't
tell
rip
me.
them after he tells you.
No, I'm going to rip them.
That's snitching.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?